Whew. All's working.
The internet is B6 today.
Ah, cursed it. Shouldn't have said shit.
It's opposite day. I mean, everything's not fine. Everything's not fine. Hello.
Yo.
Welcome to the show.
What up, folks?
Knob over here somehow.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't have to get up.
That's right.
Just can't be cranking knobs on the stream, bro.
I gotta crank my dusty knobs.
That's a lyric.
Right?
Gotta crank my dusty knobs.
Nuh-uh.
Because I spit hot fire.
That's right.
That's why.
Dial on, dial on, dial on. I'm Scott.
I'm Trey.
And I'm Phil.
This week, Bob OdenWick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And who is he?
that sums it up. Nobody.
Nobody.
Who?
He's nobody.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Nobody.
This week we're talking about nobody.
Yeah.
Well, we got to talk about somebody.
So, no, well.
So if we're gonna talk about somebody, I would like to talk about Lady Sky Pie.
Oh!
Welcome to the family.
Our
Thank you for
latest.
following.
Thank you.
Thank
for following.
you.
Yes.
But
One
are
more
you
to go.
watching is the question.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You might be watching later.
That's right.
You know, a lot of our viewership comes after
Yeah.
our stream.
Well, know that we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thank you
Absolutely.
for joining us, everybody.
Thank you for the support. Thank you for the
Yeah.
love. It's coming right back at you. All day on Sweet
Cool.
Sounds.
So
of
what
the
have you guys been
70s.
doing this week?
Man, I gotta talk about this
Go ahead.
this fucking book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Episode 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boba Fett wasn't in it.
Damn.
He wasn't even in this episode.
Was there at least some Beskar somewhere around?
Oh,
or?
it's about the Mandalorian.
Okay, there you go.
Like
okay.
straight up, yeah. They just bring Mando into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
we've been
just
wondering when that's
merging
gonna be
these
at-
two.
when that
Yeah,
was gonna happen.
it just
Yeah.
makes
Get it out
fucking
of the way.
sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But Mando gets his own episode.
Yes,
That's interesting.
and it is dope.
Right.
God, it's so good, man. They even do this really cool thing that, like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, they've been setting this up the whole time, and
Mhm.
I didn't hear it. The theme for Book of Boba Fett is very it's like a very drum heavy kind of thing going on, and it's got a super cool like tribal kind of rhythm happening, and minimal kind of melody. Right, but then the Mando theme has that cool like flute thing, the wee 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 wee, you know, da 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 da. Yeah, that's exactly it. But they took the two themes when Mando shows up and they just layer them over each other,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck you guys! you've been playing with me this whole time. That's what you've been doing." Yeah, no, it's super cool. Mando's fighting with the Darksaber. He even gets fucking challenged for it,
Oh, cool.
and it is great.
I mean, good luck to them.
I mean, it's a bigger Mando.
Okay.
it's a bigger
But he gets
Mandalorian.
challenged while Mando's using the dark saber.
So you remember you guys both watched the first Mando?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Do you remember how there were the small group of Mandalorians that were still
Mhm.
right?
Oh yes. I
And there
remember
was
them.
the Forge Master and
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
So she's in it, and the only other one that survived is the biggest motherfucker out of that group. All the rest of them are
okay.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Mando ends up meeting him and showing up, and he basically presents the Darksaber to him, and he's like, you know, I got this, and she kind of tells this whole lore about how, like, you know, that the Mandos believe, you know, if it's won in combat correctly, then the person who won it could potentially pull the Mandalorians back into a,
Because they're all
you know,
about their
you know
their
it.
Yeah.
lore. They're
That's
all
right.
About, yeah.
their pride,
Their
man.
pride,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And she, you know, she starts bashing Bo-Katan and how like Bo-Katan got the saber through inappropriate means, you know, so she wasn't technically a leader of Mandalorian,
Yeah.
you know, and all this kind of shit. And As soon
Then
as he
Big
shows
Boy
it off,
comes
Big
and's
Boy's like, yeah, I'm gonna take that shit from you. You better fight me for it.
Right.
And they fucking take their jetpacks off and set them
Oh,
down.
no.
And
Okay, so he's not
they
using the
square
dark
up.
saber against the guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh, dope.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
good,
and
good.
but the weirdest thing about the dark saber, because they don't show it very long in Mando.
Right.
Like, what's his name shows up? What's his name?
The Empire dude.
The Empire guy.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Empire dude.
Just
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
He like
It looks dope as hell. That effect is sick.
looks fucking dope. Turns out it's really heavy.
Oh.
Yeah,
got
so when
it.
Mando's trying to use it, like he can barely
It's like a
lift it the whole
claymore.
time.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird though because it's
I've always thought about that because you gave me that big lightsaber.
yeah.
And I've always thought about it. Like I picked it up and I'm just like, this is very, very saber like. And then I realized I'm like, oh, I'm wielding it wrong.
Right.
Like, this is a motherfucking claymore.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
you
a
have,
dark
you
knight
have
with
to
this.
flow with it.
Yes.
You can't.
You got
yeah.
your whole
Uh-huh.
body has to flow with it.
Yeah.
And yeah. So does he figure it out?
He whips that dude's ass.
That's what's
That's what he does. He whips his ass, and then the Forge Master's all like, because she's calling both of them out, and she's like, this dude over here, it's Vizsla something, because he's the descendant of the dude that fucking created the Darksaber, so that's part of the reason he contested it.
Yeah.
But he calls him out, and he's like, have you ever removed your mask? And he's like, no. And he's
You
like,
lying
have you ever done
motherfucker.
this?
We
Yeah,
saw
right.
you.
No,
They
to
saw you
the
through
big
window.
guy, to the
Oh,
big
okay,
guy,
all right.
and then when he calls out when she calls out Mando, he's silent.
Right.
He's like, you have to answer. Have you ever removed your mask? And he goes, yes. And she's like, well, then you're no longer a Mandalorian.
Right.
Get your shit and get out of here, basically.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And so he gets
and leave
kicked
the
out.
saber.
Yeah. Oh no, he takes that shit with
I'm
him.
sure he
does
does.
take that shit. Which I was surprised. I figured they'd strip that from him if they were
Right.
gonna strip his Mando
I
title,
don't think
right?
he'd take. Yeah, he wouldn't let him do
Nah,
it. You know,
Man.
he learned too much.
But dude, it's good. It's a good episode. I'm fucking so about this show.
How long is the how long is the run? Is it supposed to be like 10 episodes, 12?
I don't know. I don't know. I imagine it's gonna be at least 6, because that seems to be the minimum that they're doing for a lot of these Disney shows.
Okay.
Because like Hawkeye, I also watched through all of Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
It's
Wow.
only 6 episodes.
How's that?
Hawkeye's fucking great.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, and they put Vincent D'Onofrio back in as Kingpin.
As Kingpin.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's
yeah.
fucking great. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, I've been playing Ratchet and Clank.
How far along are you?
I am right at the end.
Okay.
I'm at the point where they're warning you, where they're like, "Look, if you want to do
yeah.
something,
The
you
point
better
of
go
no
do
return?
it."
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm right there at the end, and I don't know that I love it.
Heard that.
I think the game is really good. I think that it's beautiful,
Mhm.
but my God, the waves of enemies end up being annoying a lot of the time.
Really?
A lot of the shit is just bullet spongy.
I mean that's kind of, I don't know. Now due to the fact that I had the I guess it was a pre-order
Yeah.
bonus, so I had the pixelizer. Did you get that? Yeah, you get that on your second playthrough, and so I had a couple of different weapons that you don't get until much later.
Oh,
So that made it
okay.
a lot more fun on my side.
Yeah.
But you got the sprinkler, right?
Yeah, the sprinkler's good. The topiary sprinkler.
Topiary sprinkler.
Totally.
baby.
It turns
It's
them
so fun.
into
into
big
giant
topiaries.
topiaries. No
That's
matter the
exactly-
size of the enemy. It
Oh,
could be
nice.
a boss.
They just get covered in ivy and
Uh-huh.
they're just like,
They're just a plant, right
it's
there.
dope, yeah.
Cool.
And so, but I mean, you are correct. Like
Everything's
they do
bullet
get really
spongy.
spongy about
Yeah.
that. But you have so much ammo and so many different weapons to choose from. I will say that I feel like for the most part, the weapons are not quite as entertaining.
yeah,
previous
as the old
Ratchets.
ones. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I feel like they played it really safe.
I don't have
a
that
lot
disco
of-
gun.
Right.
What was that one called?
I don't know.
I don't
remember.
either.
Yeah.
Everybody just
You can
starts
hose dance.
jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. You know, so there's nothing really that crazy, but I thought it was a great ride.
Yeah,
I thought was a lot of
it
fun.
is. It's absolutely, and I love the set pieces, and I think they present the story pretty well. They do a great job of like the rivet ratchet dynamic.
Yeah.
It's super cool when they finally meet each other because they're both awkward as shit.
Yeah.
Like it's
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's
You
great.
know? And then I mean, even the little Clank. What was the Clank girl's name?
What is her name? I don't remember, but she's also the giant murder bot.
Her secret. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's
Ooh,
cool.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, I'm the one who killed your parents.
And she's the one that ripped her arm
her
off.
arm off. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's wild. It's wild
yeah,
shit.
she's like, "You'll never forgive me."
And I like it that
Just
they
leave me alone.
just totally dunk on Nefarious the whole time.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he's
Oh,
just a wimpy piece of shit.
Right.
Like
that is following around a vastly superior
version of himself.
You know.
It's great, man.
It is good.
It's pretty good.
stuff. Yeah. So
yeah.
just knock it out, have it done.
Yep.
You know.
And
New Game Plus is entertaining enough.
Yeah.
But like I said, mine just kept glitching. Like I tried to play New Game
yeah.
Plus, and from the second the parade starts, clip to the ground.
No,
Weird.
No, that sucks.
Oh, it's on my YouTube channel.
wow.
The second the
Yeah.
intro cutscene stops, I started falling through the floor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to knock that and Deathloop out and trade them in towards Elden Ring.
Oh, I heard that.
Mm.
Awesome.
It's part of the reason I got them physically because I knew those would be games I'd play through once and
Right.
then I'd be done with.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Sackboy, I'm keeping around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. I still
yeah.
want to play that.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh
like,
yeah, together.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot we could do that.
I would love to play that game. I've been looking for people to play with.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wants to play Sackboy.
Get
It's
on
the
that
shit.
sack, boy.
Get on that sack, boy. That is not the thing you want to hear.
No, it's not.
Ever.
No.
You know?
No, that's bad. Moving on.
That's what y'all been doing.
You know? What about you?
Yeah. You know, as my usual, I've been watching some new anime. I'm not, yeah, but I'm not ready to talk about any of them quite yet. But I started playing through Half-Life for the first
yeah.
time ever. First one.
The first one? Okay.
First one. Yeah.
All right.
It was like $10 on Steam, and I was just like, I've never played this, so fuck it.
Well,
Yeah, you
when
were
you get
streaming it, right?
frustrated,
Yeah, I was streaming it because I was at a point where I was dying a lot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought it
I
was
mean, that's
hilarious.
Half-Life. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
you will
like,
die.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have to go up this ladder, so first I got to figure out how to navigate ladders. Then I got some terrible 3D platforming to deal
Yeah,
with.
It's
yeah.
so funny, like hearing that from someone after having experienced that
Year-
so long ago.
Yeah, exactly.
That it's like ladders don't bother me.
Yeah,
No.
It does
exactly.
not
No,
matter.
no.
I can get on a ladder, and with a game like that,
Mhm.
you can actually get on the ladder and then
turn
go
the opposite
180.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
totally.
Which
Uh-huh.
is just fucking weird.
Yep.
You know, but conceptually, once you get it, it's just gotten.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It is one of those things. It's like as someone who's never played any of that series,
mhm.
you know, I like it for like its historic value,
Right.
and it is a great
Oh, it's
game.
great.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
totally.
Absolutely. There's just little things where it's just like, oh yeah, physics were really bad back then.
Mhm.
You know,
It's definitely
it's just
dated.
shit like that. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's not that it hasn't aged well. It's just it is of its time.
I can't wait
Right.
till you
know?
play 2, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna be blown away by how advanced 2 was when it came out.
So
Yeah.
you got the orange box? Is that what you got?
No. It was on Steam. The things like 1 and 2 were like $10, so I just
Yeah,
Okay.
solid.
Okay.
yeah.
Right. So you didn't
Portal's
get Portal.
free.
Portal is?
Portal's free on Steam.
Portal
Well,
1?
fuck.
Mhm.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean,
Have
they
you ever
they
played
just
Portal?
got to that.
Oh
point.
yeah, I love Portal.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I
okay,
love
good.
Weren't you playing
Yeah.
through 2 a bunch when
Yeah.
we lived with Hoey?
Mhm.
Yeah, because they were playing the
Two-player.
two-player,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the co-op. Yeah.
which is good shit. It's
I
all
love it.
really
very
good shit.
good. Very good. Very well scripted as well.
Other than that, I started playing Spiritfarer.
Mm.
Which is
oh
why I
my
should-
god,
That looks amazing.
It's really good.
that game
looks
is
really good.
beautiful, dude.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, I can see how you get attached to the little animal characters that you're taking off to the afterlife.
Yeah.
Like really quick, because like one of the main like mechanics and one of the first things they teach you is like how to get somebody on your ship.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you come find little spirit dudes, and when they're in the towns, they look like you remember Journey?
Absolutely.
They look like those guys, but with green
Oh.
stink clouds coming off their heads.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But then you invite them onto your ship, and they turn into an animal person.
Yeah.
And then you talk to the animal person. There's a dedicated hug command. That you build them a house. You grow
Yeah.
vegetables on your boat. You cook those vegetables, and then you find out what kind of food they like and like their dislikes, and
So it's okay. The trailer made it look like a platformer.
it has platforming elements.
Okay.
But that's the main thing of the game, because what you're taking over for Karen,
Right.
so you're
Fucking
you're
Karen.
taking these
Can you
souls
say Karen?
to
I don't think it's Karen. Fucking. The first time you said that to me, I'm just like, who wants to ever do that?
Nobody wants
You
to
know?
be in Karen's
Yeah,
position.
No,
Right.
man. I'm gonna take a
Karen.
Karen.
No, but you're taking them around this world to try to get their like last request or
But
whatever.
you got a farm on a boat?
You got a farm on a boat.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing.
Hey, I don't know, man. Look, I got my deer lady who likes coffee, so I just keep growing coffee beans.
I've seen the deer lady, and I saw that frog
She's sassy,
dude.
man. I love her. She's sassy.
What other anthropomorphized animals?
I haven't gotten very far.
No,
I haven't gotten very far. I literally just started playing it, and like immediately when I turned it on, I was just like, "Oh, this is gonna be my new obsession for a while."
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that animation style is sick.
yeah, it's beautiful.
It looks really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
It's like almost like got a touch of Miyazaki flair going.
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah,
It's very
beautiful.
charming.
And
very
I'm
relaxing.
a big fan of a lot of these games. Nowadays they're doing the whole like dynamic lighting with 2D stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's fucking gorgeous, man.
Yes.
Yeah, because I saw that sun setting in the background and it peeking across the trees and
yeah,
everything.
dude. Yeah.
That's nice.
The time cycle is really interesting. There'll be times where I'm not doing anything, and they got a little fishing mini game.
There you go.
And I'll just sit there
God
for
damn it.
like
I'm a fan.
Why is
Fishing
fishing
anytime.
so good?
Dude,
Because
and
fishing
this
is good.
Is
and
is
here's
there
the
fishing
thing.
in Zenith? Have we figured this out yet?
I'm
no, we
sure there
haven't,
would
and
be.
There better not be. Hold on, man. It ain't my turn yet. It ain't my turn.
But yeah, that's me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my turn. All right.
It's
So,
your turn. It is your turn.
well, I've been actually. I thought that I finished Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh.
I thought it was a 21 episode run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a night where I just couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what? Let's hammer out these last five episodes. I can't talk. I'm tired. Anyway,
Yeah, me too. I'm sleepy today.
yeah,
too.
I'm draining. Well, I'm about to tell you why too.
We know why.
Yeah, right. Jesus, man, my life. Yeah, and so, but it turns out that instead of being like 21 episodes, it's actually 24. So I have 3 bonus episodes.
Oh, okay.
To watch. And I'm telling you, that last episode, that 21st,
Yeah.
it was the great way to end a shonen arc.
Awesome.
They were playing baseball.
Oh.
You know, usually by the time you get to
yeah.
baseball, it's time to call it quits.
Yeah.
You know, like that's it. You know, roll credits. You know, I'll see you next season. No, dog, they got 3 more episodes.
Got wrap up episodes.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. I guess they're gonna get us ready for the next arc.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because this, I mean, it's hot.
It's
super
definitely
hot.
continuing.
Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's super popular.
I definitely need to jump on that.
You definitely should.
Because that
I
one's
mean,
on HBO as
because
well, right?
I really do believe that Mappa is the team to make Guilty Gear.
Oh, fuck
not
yeah.
Guilty Gear, but Melty Blood. If there was a Melty Blood type Lumina
yeah.
anime, like
Yeah.
Mappa would
Mappa
knock
would
it
do it.
out. They'd
Yeah.
knock it out of the park. I mean, seriously, it's absolutely amazing. And so yeah, I was doing that. Playing some Returnal as well, which I told you, like, you know, I made it to the end of the second biome, made it to that boss, and then
You were
didn't
almost
play.
dead. Yeah.
Almost dead. Didn't play for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And you know, I had my spaceman, and that got just taken from me. They just plucked it. And so when I finally went back and started playing again, I'm like, okay, well, I'm fucking dead. Like, it doesn't matter. Let's just start a new cycle and, you know, whatever. And so I ended up just getting lucky with all these malignant resins and malignant silphums. So when I finally get to the boss, I was pretty stacked up. However, I had a malfunction that took my overall DPS down by 50% if I'm at full health.
Ooh.
Right? And so, like, the whole, like, I was doing well.
Yeah.
But I was doing poorly because I'm doing half damage. And so I was doing really well, whatever. He ends up murking me. Okay? Fortunately, I had a, what do you call the thing?
I don't, it's not a regenerator. It's a, what's it
A
called?
reconstructor.
Reconstructor. That's
Bing,
it.
bing, bing. Good work. And so I had a reconstructor, came out of there, went back and fought that boss. And, dude, once again, I was ready to give up. This is on stream. You can watch it happen like live. It's fucking crazy because I'm sitting there just like, I'm fucking dead. Like, this is it. The run is over. And somehow I managed to pull it off. I don't know. I was sitting there like I had given up. Like my soul had given up. And
that's what you call just falling into the zone.
Absolutely, man. My fingers kept pressing some buttons, baby, and I ended up
it's
beating
only
them.
when you let go of everything.
Right,
that you
right.
Can.
And that boss, that second boss, Ixion.
Ixion.
Yeah. So he's got some intimidating patterns.
He just pushes you around. He's a bully. He's a bully, and it's not that bad. And what was really fucking me up was that thing one. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I was sleepy. Thing two. it's a circular arena,
Yeah.
but you can easily fall off the edges.
Yes.
So I keep on like accidentally backdashing, and then boom, I'm falling. Right.
No, you got to kind of stay towards the center, but not directly
but
in
not
the center.
The middle, because he also has dive bomb attacks that push you to the edges. It's a very Final Fantasy 14-esque fight. You know what I'm saying? Like it reminds me so much of 14.
I like it when he starts putting out the patterns radially. You know, because you can kind of dodge them back and forth like this, but then he's also
like
doing the purple
waves.
rings.
Yeah, the rings are the problem because you can't put up a shield. You know that you have to respect them. You have to handle them. And so I actually made it past him, and I was like, okay, dope. I'm gonna die any moment. Made it to the third biome. Next thing I know, I'm back at full health. And I'm just like, dude, like, God, I gotta go to sleep.
And this
man.
is the first time you've seen the derelict citadel.
Exactly,
Whoa,
exactly.
God,
so
so
all
cool.
I want to do is explore it, right? So I suspended that.
Hope you don't
I'm
like
so
the floor because they don't have
I've
the
noticed
floor.
that, but now I got to
one.
grapple. So let's go.
Right.
Let's go. You know the way that it launches you. It's so good.
Yeah, man.
And so so I suspended that. So glad that I had that functionality now. And then a little game called Zenith came out. And ruined everything.
How's that, guys?
It's good.
It's amazing. It's better than it deserves. It's better than I deserve. It's better than I expected it to be. You know, even just hanging out in the first area and just talking to people and like, you know, teaching people flight mechanics. Okay, for people who don't know, Zenith is the second VR MMO.
So Arceus?
Oh no, Arceus is Pokemon.
Yeah. Well, what's the other?
The other one is called what's the name of that fucking game? I don't know. We'll have to use a lifeline for that one. It's not. I don't know. I don't play it. I don't play it. It's not my shit. You know, there was just another one that came out. I'll have to find that later. Anyway, but Zenith is really more, whereas this other unnamed RPG is kind of more grounded in like kind of fantasy reality a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
This one's raw like anime.
Yeah,
like we're not
it's
fucking
anime as
around.
fuck.
It's
Dude.
JRPG to death. You know, like you know, super bright colors.
Fantasy
the sky,
Star.
Fantasy Star.
Very
absolutely.
much those vibes.
Yeah,
totally.
the sky's like watercolor painting. You know, it's like absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean,
great.
Dude, it's got a vibe, dude.
That music, baby.
Oh, yeah, man.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so just speaking about Zenith itself, firstly, this is now the #1 selling game on Steam. It's outselling Elden Ring, yes. It's outselling Dying Light 2, yes.
You gotta be fucking
Zenith
kidding
is
me,
number
dude.
1 across all
Number
one. And when you're in there, you understand why, right? You know, it's like
really.
it's like okay, they give you the option of 2 different classes, kind of. Well, it's 2 roles. So you have either scratch that. It is 2 classes. Each class has 3 different roles.
Right.
So you have the swordsman and you have the mage. Exactly.
Yeah.
Each one can be either a tank, DPS, or a healer.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Which I thought would just change your HP pool, things like that. But they change your entire skill set. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Are you also DPS?
I'm
mage?
DPS. We're all DPS, and that's why we had that problem last night where you kept running in like Leroy Jenkins. He was like the lowest level person in the group, and he would just rush up on. I'm like, where you? I'm like, Philip, no.
I'm gonna go fuck these Nagas.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, we're all dead.
Oh no, he stabbed me. I was like,
they can dash, boy.
I wasn't ready.
those boys are big, dude.
They're huge.
They're fucking huge.
They're huge,
Yeah.
especially that boss, man. But it is. I mean, it's just an interesting experience to see all these people who are so excited about this thing because everybody's looking for SAO, right?
Yeah.
Like everybody wants it. Everybody wants nerve gear, even though we've already talked about how bad of an idea that is. You know, but still. It does give you that vibe of like, holy shit, you know, you've got gesture-based controls, and so
you can cast
you can
spells.
Actually,
Yeah,
you can actually fly, and so you actually, you know, you can jump up, T-pose, and you'll glide, right?
I didn't know
And you can
anything
change-
about that, and he just started
Wow.
talking to me. He's like, "Have you flown yet?" I'm like, "You can
fly?
fly? What are you talking about?"
Yeah, like it's a glide until you switch your control to sensitive.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, then you can actually tilt. And as you tilt, you'll like build up momentum with a downward
nice.
tilt.
So you
and
just,
then
like, kinda swoosh down and
yes,
actually
like
get-
Super Mario.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Or
like
like
the
how the
Pilot Wings was like that.
Pilot
Yeah.
Wings was like that, and what is it? What's that fucking Zelda game? Fuck. Skyward Sword.
Sword.
Skyward Sword. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah. It's very similar to that. Sometimes you will have air currents that'll blast you up a little
Right,
bit
right,
more.
yeah.
All these things take from your stamina, but the first time, because I'll hang out sometimes if I'm just bored or waiting for people to log on, I'll just hang out in that first area and just listen to people geek the fuck out, you know, because there's always going to be people that are going to be like, what the fuck? Like, this is awesome. And they're freaking out. And I'm just like, dude, this is great. Or just watching people get mollywopped and then come in and save them.
Yeah.
The proximity chat's cool.
Yeah, it's really, really great, you know, because, anyway, that's...
Sorry, there's so many things.
No, it's too much. It's too much. But just, like, teaching people to fly, man.
Yeah.
Just teaching them. Be like, okay, well, we're going to have some flight training. Like, I probably taught maybe, like, 12 people how to fly. I'm just like, okay, well, you need to know this before you go anywhere else, because the game doesn't tell you.
Right.
You know, it's one of those things that if you don't discover it on your own, then you know you're gonna be gliding, and they're gonna be challenges. Like they have those little challenges where you have to go through rings and stuff.
Oh yeah,
you'd never be able to do them.
Not
You know,
us
you
with
would
the
never
glide,
pull it off. So. But yeah,
also
man,
you can climb everything.
You can climb everything.
Yeah.
All that just takes from your stamina. And so as long as you have enough stamina, you can fly as long as you want or climb whatever you want.
It's so
then,
satisfying.
And then exploration is rewarded. Like there are tons of treasure chests to find. These little teardrops that you can get, and you get a certain amount of those, and they extend your stamina. Gesture-based controls. So I mean, you do have like to bring down my lightning spell, right? I just basically pull the trigger and drag down. All right, so I'm casting a lightning spell. Yeah, and so you combine that with things like flight, like flying in on somebody. You know, seeing a group of enemies flying over top of them, from the sky, just it's sick. It's sick.
And
man.
us
It's
being
so
mages, we have the guns.
Oh yeah, we also have guns that have a charge shot. You know,
nice.
or you can pew 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 at them. You know, dude, it's too much, and I'm so curious as to where does it stop? Like, 40's the cap, and I think,
really?
40's the cap. I'm like level 8 now, almost 9.
Do you have a feeling we're gonna run out of content?
40's going to take a minute to get to. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, for the past couple of days, I've stayed up like super late playing this fucking game. Now, a lot of that time wasn't really spent like really progressing. Yeah. You know, it's more like, you know, just talking to people, chilling, you know. Like,
yeah. Because that's the weirdest thing about this is like, you know, it has that VR chat aspect of you just hanging out. You know? So there were a bunch of times last night that we weren't even accomplishing anything. We were just hanging out in a room,
chilling and chatting. Yeah, with these
dancing
people. And everybody's just so excited about it, man. You know, it's just like, you know, kid on Christmas. But our entire squad of like 4 last night was all 30 plus.
Yeah, man.
You know, and so it's just a whole bunch of grown dudes chilling in this fantasy environment. Absolutely, absolutely. And so I mean, I'm absolutely enamored with that game. If you have a VR headset, definitely give it a shot. Sony needs to buy the studio. They need to buy them and have this as like a PC PSVR exclusive.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, this is on PSVR.
It is.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I wonder if it's getting a PSVR 2 upgrade.
It definitely will, considering that the Steam version is.
I don't see
know,
why they
selling
wouldn't.
so well.
I'm about to say, especially since it's supposedly #1 on Steam.
The fucked up thing about this VR landscape, man, is how many indie studios are coming out of the work making VR, and it'll be like, oh yeah, this is our first game, and you're looking at it like, this is phenomenal. What the fuck, guys?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, there are just so many systems that they thought about. You know, like. You know, they have a cooking system as well. They have a crafting
I haven't even messed
system.
with that.
Neither have I. Last night I was going to do it. I actually logged out right next to the quest for cooking.
Oh, cool.
And then everybody was like, hey, let's play. And I'm like, let's go. Forgot all about it, you know? And every time I try to make it back, I get sidetracked by something else that was awesome or somebody else who's just geeking out just because I find that endearing.
Right.
Just wait till we find that fishing.
I'm done. I'm done. If it's anything close to catch and release, I'm done.
Catch and release is too great. I gotta let you try that sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
You're just sitting on the boat.
Dude, I literally crack a beer whenever I play that game.
Yeah.
Like, I just sit there on the boat, crack a beer,
drink the beer, and then get a fake sandwich out of your box. Eat the fake sandwich.
Yeah,
That's
listen
right.
to the radio, listen to some jams.
Yeah, turn the jams on. That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot about those generic jams they got. I mean, they're good jams.
Well, yeah, right. Well, you can also use Spotify.
Oh, that's fun.
So I'll throw Spotify on, man. Have
Hell
my own shit
dude.
out there on the lake, you know. And so, but I mean, this is one of those things. I would love to see your reaction to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think you would actually dig this game, Scott.
I think so too. I think so too.
You know, save for maybe the first personness.
Because I've also talked to a lot of people that said that, I mean, on that same note, that, you know, they usually get motion sick with games, and they haven't been getting sick with this.
It's smooth.
It's very smooth.
You know, they have to optimize this shit, and it's not like it's pretty, but it's pretty because of the art style, not because it's trying to crank the graphics. You know what I mean?
Right. Like the player models leave a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of weird, like the female models are way better than the male models.
Really?
Like leagues.
Well, it is anime.
Fact. Hard fact.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All the male faces look weird to me.
They look very odd.
Yeah.
And they have this weird little thing that makes it look like a mannequin head, like you're.
The line,
your shoulders to your neck.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, is that the thing? But you know that over time, all these things will be corrected.
Right.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah,
dude. Like whatever time they need, it's on sale right now for $26.99.
Yeah, and it's
you will get
totally worth it.
You'll get your $30 out of that game in the first
day one.
hour.
Dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, man. We got to get Robbie on this with us.
He's supposed to get it. Well, maybe today.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll hit him up.
Ooh.
We'll hit him up because I think your party can be up to 6 people.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be able to.
We got to get him to play something other than a DPS mage.
Well, no. He said he was going to play swordsman.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Which
so,
none of us have tried yet, so we don't even know how it works.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm thinking about switching to a tank mage and seeing how that works out.
Yeah.
Because in MMOs, that's what I do. I tank.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like in Final Fantasy 14, I'm a warrior main. You know, backed up by paladin, then red mage after that, but and then ninja after that.
I also like to tank, but you know, putting out the damage is nice.
Yeah, I mean, especially well, it's all about in VR, dude. In VR, like we've done so much VR sword swinging. Let me cast some spells, bro. Like you know, doing that the flame spell where you just sweep this way and then you just set the ground on fire in front of you. It just feels right. You know, like let me get more of that. So
what's the name? Is it the Wizards? Is that what I'm thinking of? That has that one works pretty well.
Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't no MMO.
No, it's not, man.
Nope. And when we first logged on last night, dude, there were tons of people playing.
Yeah.
You know, the server that we've chosen isn't highly populated, which is why I chose that server. Yeah. That way we can always get into it. Yeah. And I think that they just removed that server lock too. Oh. There was an update yesterday where they're saying that, you know, the server lock. Now I don't know if that means like, you know, the server cap, the number of people that can be any server, or if it just means you can actually migrate from server to server. So if you have a friend that's playing on another one, you can all get together there.
That's cool.
Or if one's congested, you're not like, oh, well, I can't play the game because I'm tethered to that server. So that's what I imagine that it means. And so if, you know, it is a situation where, you know, we want to go to another world, you know, a highly populated world and see what that looks like.
We should at least try it. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But I'm fine with it being sparse at the moment.
I like that.
Know?
I really like that. I feel like you have less room for error, and then less room for children.
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time.
Haven't run into any kids yet.
It's only a matter of time, though. It's coming down the pipeline, and it's gonna be, you know, because the global, like they let you choose between global chat, party chat, or your guild chat.
Right.
So I mean, if you don't want to hear everybody, you have that option.
Right.
You can easily turn all that off. But it's gonna get loud.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, it's gonna get loud. It's gonna get lewd. People are gonna be making mods, and it's gonna get weird. It is.
Oh no, and it's already so anime.
Right?
Yeah,
dude. It's gonna get weird. And he rolled a female. He made a female character. And I'm like, bro, you're crazy. I'm like,
I didn't like the way the guys looked.
Right? I didn't either. I didn't either.
Hey,
I waited.
I don't blame you. I really don't.
Well,
blame
it's
you.
one thing if you have to look at her all the time.
Right.
It's another thing when you have to be her all the time. And I'm just like, all right, bro.
I want to be pretty. Leave me alone.
You're pretty. She's hot. She's super hot. Good luck to her and all of her future endeavors.
Here comes the creeps.
People glitching under the ground trying to look up your skirt.
Fuck.
Yeah,
that's a weird one because I keep sitting down, and it doesn't collapse your legs. You just clip through the ground.
Right. Because they have really good upper body animations.
They do.
You know, and so you can dance around and move. But if you try to crouch, sorry, buddy.
They need to figure out the kinematics from a game like Blade and Sorcery or what's the other one? Hellsplit Arena or
Oh,
like
okay.
those
Yeah.
where it understands your feet are locked to this plane,
Right.
and then when you lower the rest of your body, your knees just naturally
right.
bend.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it still gives that illusion of it working.
I think
correctly.
it'll happen over time because
Yeah.
the funny thing with it is that if you're at a dead standstill, you're always hovering.
Yeah,
right?
and
So
your
you're
feet
always-
are weird.
Yeah, your feet are like pointed down like that, you know, because you're kind of flying. But
Yeah.
once you start moving forward, you're running.
Right.
And so I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? I don't know why this is happening.
It's a ballerina run.
Right,
Nice.
you know, very dainty, very dainty run. But then you think about the sheer scope of it, man. Like whenever you bring up the global map, it's like, holy shit, we haven't been anywhere.
Dude, the map's awesome.
Yeah,
The mini map's awesome. You can pull up a little mini map that's right here, and it'll show you all your shit
it'd be like
on
a
there.
compass.
Yeah. And then you get a big map that's super detailed, and then you can even zoom into that map and all this
cool.
stuff. So yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot to discover, and I can't wait to see like some high level spells and high level items. You know, because
and hopefully some
we've
big
constantly
shit
been trying
that we
to-
gotta fight too.
we've been constantly getting people caught up over and
Yeah.
over and over again. So we've only made it to the first dungeon,
Yeah,
I guess. You know,
and got
so-
wiped.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
fucking
Because I'm over there trying to strategize, and my boy Philip said, "I want to shoot."
Say fuck
He
that.
said, "Shoot." He said, "Shoot."
I got a
Our
pew
team got
pew,
split up.
man.
So next thing you know, he's got 2 people on him. They come running in with 2 more people on them.
Yup.
And I'm like, oh, boss aggro.
They do spawn kind of weird.
Well, they
That was
just
one of the
spawn right
problems.
back where their spawn
Right.
is. They have one
Yeah.
spawn point, so you have to really think
Uh-huh.
about movement. It's like, okay, so this is where that motherfucker is. If we kill him, we need to get away from that point because we've got maybe a minute before they respawn. They
Yep.
respawn really fast,
Yep.
you know. And I guess that's the best way that they can avoid instancing the dungeons.
Oh yeah.
You know, because if that weren't the case, then there would have to be a queue system for each dungeon instead of just being able to walk into them and then do the whole thing.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, so it's a matter of just like get in, handle your business, and get the fuck out. You know, or keep progressing, moving on. Even though I wonder how it's going to work out because it seems like people could easily kind of grief and kind of
yeah.
ruin your experience a little bit. Like there's this
Yeah.
one guy who was like level 18, and me and Phoenix and I were trying to run around and do shit, but he would just show up and
Yeah.
just kill whatever we were killing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? And then he's like, this way, guys. And we're like, no, we don't
No,
want
we
to
ain't
follow
going-
you.
yeah.
You know, we're trying to play the game. And he's just like, what?
Self-appointed leader.
Yeah,
over there.
exactly. And it's just like, okay, so we went into global chat
Yeah.
from party chat, and it's like, hey, brother, what's going on? He's like, well, I don't know what you guys are doing. You were just running around in circles. You need to be going this way. You were
Like,
going the
we're
wrong
playing the
way.
fucking game.
I was
Fuck
like,
off.
we don't know you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, nobody asked you for your help. Like,
Yeah.
greatly appreciated and everything, but nah, bro, we're having fun. You know,
You can ask.
have a good one. Yeah.
Do
right.
you guys need some
But
help?
he was like super rude about it, as if like, oh, here I am.
Yeah.
Follow me. It's like, what?
It's obvious.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. You fucking scrubs. And so I wonder like what's gonna happen with the community because there will be people like that.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be odd, man. It's gonna be odd. Anyway, we've got to dismount
Zenith.
because there's
Dude.
Zenith. I mean, it's gonna come up over the coming weeks. There's gonna be a lot that we're gonna discover and
Yeah.
that we're gonna learn. This is already game of the year for me right now. This is my pick
Wow.
so far. Nothing makes me feel like this. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like this
Yeah.
makes me want to put on the VR headset. And I mean, and consistently, man. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude, when you put it on and everything's so bright and beautiful, like it'll get you.
Yeah.
It'll get you, and
I
you're just
believe
sitting there
it.
listening to them bops, and it's like we've made it.
Yeah, the music's
We made it.
surprisingly awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
don't know
wasn't
how they pulled
expecting
this
that.
off.
And it's not just the one track either. It's
Right.
every track that I've heard. I've been like, oh yeah, this is actually good shit.
It's really good
yeah.
shit.
The main one, that menu one, it totally has like a Yuki / early Final Fantasy vibe.
Yeah, it's got
You know?
the Yuki, Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
a little bit of Fantasy Star.
Right.
You can tell. I mean, they've played a lot of MMOs.
Right.
You know, they've played a lot of games, man.
Yeah.
I just want them to keep it coming. You know, and they're like no subscription, so it's like
Yeah,
$30 flat.
It's
What-
just
what?
the price
They
of the
could have
game.
easily
Yeah.
charged people like
Yeah.
$10 a month. They could have easily done that.
Yeah.
You know,
But
they're
they
like,
didn't.
no.
Mm-mm.
You know,
Awesome.
Well, I mean, they knew that if they didn't, then fucking everybody that was even slightly interested would buy it.
absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. Especially the game being on sale day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They win, man. They're making money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't fucking believe that
Isn't
it's
that
the
crazy?
number one seller.
It's outselling
Ugh.
Elden now. Of
I
course,
cannot believe it.
that'll change over the month. And a lot of people do fear that it's going to come out the gate swinging hard and
Yeah.
then kind of peter out. And I'm like, if they can keep this feeling of progression
Mhm.
going all the way to cap, because an MMO really lives and dies by its end game. Right. So once people start getting into the end game, then that's where we're really going to see the holes in the design, right? The path up to cap is usually really just a long tutorial.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you get to cap, and now we're doing the shit. And so I'm really interested to see what happens once we hit 40 and finish the main story. I don't even know.
But even if the end game sucks, even if it's not there, it doesn't matter, because I think that the path to getting there, it's already a satisfying JRPG experience in
Absolutely.
VR.
And it's mechanically sound.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like it feels good to play, so playing it is its own reward. Right?
Yeah. So even if you only put 40 hours into it, whatever, to get there, it'll totally be worth it.
I think it's going to take more like 100. I don't know.
So?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a minute. We haven't learned to cook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's important. That's the thing. Like, we would walk around with, they give you some cookies at first, and you can feed each other cookies.
Yeah, I was like,
You can
why do
feed
I
each
have
other fruit.
cookies?
Yeah.
I just got the cookie floating right there.
Yeah, right. It's a health item, boy. You
Yeah.
know, it's like the devs say it has 100 hours before you do it all.
Whoa, that's
Let's
wild.
go.
Okay.
Let's go. Hey, are you downloading it?
You better get it.
Yeah, get it while it's on sale.
And we'll get on it tonight.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Like, for real, Artagoth. I think you're gonna love this game.
Well,
Like, no cap.
we could talk about this for the
It's
entire
gotta
rest
stop.
of the podcast.
It's got to stop.
So,
I can't tell you how excited I am.
News jutsu.
Like, fuck the news. Fuck this movie. Fuck nobody. Fuck everybody.
Damn. Just filled out your schedule, didn't you?
I'm telling you, oh, dude, a whole bunch of fucking going on.
Fuck them all.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, God.
News.
How long was that? How long was that rant? Was that like 30 minutes?
At
Yeah.
Where
least.
we at?
Yeah.
Jesus
At least,
Christ.
We talked about just that for like 20 of them.
Jesus. There's so much more.
After the
Anyway.
Royal Rumble tonight.
Okay, so
Well,
now
enjoy your wrestling.
let's get yeah, I saw a picture somebody sent from some wrestling match, and someone was holding up like a Final Fantasy 14 sign. They're like, "We on TV, lally ho!" And I was like, "Oh shit!" You know what I'm saying? Like, why there?
Right.
So I guess we're gonna get depressing.
I
Or
guess.
is
We
it?
got.
I mean, I don't
like.
know
I
that it's
didn't realize
depressing.
they were still going.
Right, that's the funny part. That's
well,
the funny.
I only did because I was talking to a
The
friend about
Boss
it the other
Tones
day.
a couple days ago announced that they're breaking up. They're
Yeah.
no more
Yeah.
Boss Tones.
Uh-huh.
After a 38
They
year run.
started.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
I was
started
looking at
in
it.
83.
83,
Mhm.
and then they stopped in 2004.
Well,
It was kind of a little hiatus.
Right. Yeah, but and then they kind of reformed and moved members around.
And I didn't
shit,
know
like,
about that. I
yeah.
thought they were done forever ago.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
no,
So-
they've been touring this whole time. It's like
Yeah.
Daft Punk, dude. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Right.
Like these guys are that's what they
That's
do.
what
They're
they
the
do.
traveling
Yeah,
fucking show,
Mhm.
and they've gone for years.
Yeah.
I think it's probably time for them to sit the fuck
Keeping
down.
ska
hey man, they
alive,
earned
right?
it.
Absolutely.
They earned it, and that's
Absolutely.
the thing too. Is like this is one of the last like
ska
third
groups
wave
at all?
third wave ska
Yeah.
groups that we're still out there.
Yeah.
What do we got left? Real Big Fish.
Right.
Yeah.
They're still
Mhm.
going.
Rancid still makes music.
Well, true,
You know.
but that's like. Nah, we. I don't
Well, I
wanna
mean,
get
they're
into
more
that.
like punk ska. I mean,
Yeah.
but still, just
Still,
as
yeah.
far as ska,
I mean,
you gotta
ska's
take
an
what you can
umbrella,
get,
right?
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
you gotta kind of take what you can get at this point.
Pretty
you
much,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
There aren't really a lot of ska bands
No.
Right.
now, and then
Even though,
honestly, not
yeah, I
a lot
guess-
of good ska.
Does
I
No
guess
Doubt
Rancid did go
still
Huh?
still tour? They haven't toured in a while. huh?
No, dude. Gwen Stefani went solo, and then that
Yeah,
was just it.
Yeah,
Man, that
and then
sucks.
she went country.
Because I like the No Doubt stuff so much better
Oh,
than
me
the Gwen
too.
Stefani
Me too.
stuff.
We listened to Tragic Kingdom the other day.
Oh, it's
man.
so good, dude.
Yeah,
It's
Lisa
really
never
good.
heard it.
Oh, are you
And,
kidding
yeah,
me?
she never heard it, and I'm just like, dude, we're
Fuck.
about to rock this
That
shit.
whole album is good,
It's
dude.
really good. Oh,
Yeah.
you kick off with the spider webs,
Yeah.
bro.
Uh-huh.
Out the gate,
And
even Don't Speak. Just-
Yeah,
it's
don't
so
speak. That's what I'm talking about.
absolutely.
Ooh.
But yeah, even though there are bands like No Doubt, Real Big Fish,
Mhm.
Catch 22,
dead.
you
Yeah,
know, dead. Like bands like that, which I prefer listening to.
Yeah.
The Boss Tones were like what I thought of when I thought of that wave
yeah,
of ska.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
And
know
now
what you
that
mean.
they're
I thought
gone,
about
it's
Hep
just-
Cat.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Hep Cat. Well, I mean, but they are the embodiment
They-
of
yeah.
that ska culture. I mean, it's still
Yeah, they
like
definitely have the style,
loud
dude.
music and beer and just raging. But even though if you go through their body of music, you can see their growth and evolution in such a weird stark
Yeah,
contrast.
yeah,
like
absolutely.
like in the beginning it was heavy, loud punk. Man, they were going.
Yeah, it was more
but then
hardcore.
when they
yeah.
but once they hit that melodic phase,
Oh, dude.
it was so melodic that it was almost pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know, it was like, it's really kind of crazy how that all worked out. And then they went back towards the more dirtier, grittier style.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, their arc is more like just here, you know, all over the place.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that they're one of the more consistent bands, which is why
From album to album,
from album
dude.
to album,
Yeah.
it's very much different. But again, it's one of those things that, like I said, I thought they were already broken up, but now that I know that they are definitely broken up now, it's like, oh man, a little something really unique in the world
died.
just lost.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
just
I
lost
don't
something.
I don't think about it that way, man. It's like I said with Daft Punk, everybody was like, "Oh no, they broke up. We're sad about it." I was like, they have given us so much music.
Right.
You know,
They deserve a fucking
let
break.
them rest.
Yeah.
And then in most cases, no, not speaking against you, because you're absolutely right. Like, it is sad to hear this happen, you know. But you know, these guys are all like 50 years old.
Yeah, but
you know,
man,
they're-
I guess what
earned it.
fucks me up though is that like Rolling Stones' dusty asses still up there jamming. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
they've been playing for a straight 70 years.
Yeah.
Like they have, you know what I mean?
you know, and then I think the Boston's will be back, man.
Yeah.
I really, really do,
Yeah.
because nobody does
They
what
might
they do.
like
Yeah.
a reunion tour, like later down the
Like
line.
when they're
but-
all
Skanking.
90.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like how old will they have to be?
Exactly.
Until you can't skank, man.
Uh-huh.
So-
You know, yeah,
Exactly.
the world can't make it without the Rascal King.
Right.
You know? Yeah, dude. Let's face it, it's such a good album.
Yeah. Sorry.
Dream Car. Oh yeah,
I don't know about
that
Dream
is
Car at
true.
all.
That's very, very true. I forgot all about that because I believe that album sucks. Anyway, yeah, no doubt the band synced up with Davey Havok from AFI.
Oh.
And they formed a band called Dream Car.
Yeah, I don't know about that
Okay.
at all.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I
that
haven't heard
album is trash. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's just more cute. I don't know.
It's always just one
trash.
more album, Robbie. It's always just one more.
Just one more.
Uh-huh.
Just one more time.
Uh-huh.
One
If y'all,
more
if
time.
y'all know how long it takes to record an album, do you know how long it takes to make
Yes.
a song to
Yeah,
go?
seriously.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people are like, I just wanted one more album. I'm like, that may be like 3 more years for them.
Right.
I
You know?
don't know, man. That last Daft Punk album was so cool, dude.
Yeah.
Like with all the Giorgio Moroder stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like they really were just like, okay, we're making the album that we've wanted to make for a long time.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
gonna kind of preach at you about how kick-ass synthesizers are for a minute.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, they were keeping synth alive.
Seriously,
Yeah.
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 I mean, think about it. It's also funny. Like, a friend of mine was talking to me about meeting this kid, and he was asking him, "Hey, what kind of music do you like?" And the guy was like, "Oh, I like French house." And he's like, "Okay, French house.
Okay.
You mean Daft Punk?
Right.
That's what you mean, right?" That's
Yeah. Well, that
Yeah.
sounds. Yeah. If you say I like French, if you say I like Daft Punk, people don't pay you any attention. But
Yeah.
if you say
French
French
house.
house,
Oh
it's
shit.
like, oh my, you're interested.
Right.
Tell me more.
It's Daft Punk.
Faster,
That's,
better, stronger. You know.
Yeah, right.
that's all that is.
Biking.
Biking.
Who saw
you got to
these two
say?
things coming?
We fucking knew it. We
yeah,
knew it.
of course.
They got to put Biking in it, man.
You
Biking's
cannot.
always been one of my favorite characters.
Absolutely.
So-
Well, she's everybody's favorite character.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not great with her, but
Uh-huh.
did they take away her charge in what was the other one called? Cyan?
Cyan.
Mhm.
Wait. You're talking about
Exerd?
Exerd.
Yeah. Did they take away her?
I don't think so.
Because you know she could do the like, you know, what am I trying to say?
Yeah.
She's got her
She had the
tatami mat.
hyper armor.
Yes.
That she could dash through shit.
Right.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
That was always her thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she still has it.
Oh my god.
She's got her tatami
Yeah.
mat stomp. You
Yeah.
know. She has a new like
That's hot.
tether mechanic.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
She has. Oh yeah, you
Great.
can do that shit in the air now too.
Oh, nice.
She has a this weird tether thing. It's like a grapple where you can like
Oh.
connect yourself to your enemy, and as you attack, it draws you closer together.
Oh,
Does
so
she?
you're
Is
like-
it still the
What?
arm? Is it still the robot arm that comes out?
No,
Oh.
it's like this little bell thing that she throws, and it wraps around her
Weird.
wrist and chains you to her. You know, and so like mechanically, she's gonna be a little bit different.
That almost sounds like some Bridget shit. Or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. But it seems like it lasts like for a little second, man. So it looks really, really frightening. So I mean, it's like a good anti-axle tool. You know.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe anti-Eddie, like
So-
anybody who's trying to zone your ass out.
Who do you
do
want
that.
next?
If I could have it my way, I would love to see Zappa. I'd like to see Zappa in this style. I just like to see how they animate him.
Yeah, Zappa's always been
But
one of my
if I have to
favorites,
pick someone to play with, I can't have it. Well, maybe it'd be Dizzy.
Dizzy,
Dizzy.
dude.
It'd be Dizzy.
Whoa.
Yeah. And
That's
then
a
it would-
rough time right
It would
there.
fuck the
Yeah.
whole playing field up. You know what I'm saying?
Immediately.
Yeah. Like she would be everybody's
Oh, she does look
main.
a lot, too.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
I of course want Bridget because Bridget's always been one of my favorite. But I want to see Johnny back, dude. I want to fucking see my boy.
I think that's more likely than not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll see him if not like by the end of season 1, but definitely in season 2.
I want Leo Paulden
Okay.
in this bitch.
You know who I want, man, but nobody will agree with me, so it'll never happen.
Bedman?
Bedman.
Bedman's so hot,
I love Bedman.
dude.
Yeah, he's the shit, dude. He's the shit. My guy, my dude sleep the whole time.
I didn't like him when I first saw him. I was like, fuck this character.
That's how I felt too.
But when I
Until
put
you
my
started
hands
pressing
on him, I was
buttons,
like,
you're
oh
my god.
he's a monster.
Yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
god, he's so good.
Nice.
And so, yeah, but we'll see, man. It's gonna take a lot to get me to even want to play Strive much.
Oh yeah, I know
but,
what you mean.
But for most people, that image by itself, that'll get
Like-
them to play Strive.
Oh, hey, what's this game with
Uh-huh.
the boobs?
With the booby lady.
I mean, come on, did they have to do that?
I
Yes.
mean,
They-
yeah,
they got
that's
them
biking.
out there. They're
That's
all the way
biking,
out
man.
there.
That's what that's what happens, man. Like characters like her, people are always like, "Oh, that was my main," because it's fan service, right? But then
yeah.
the character comes out and they don't play him.
They don't know.
Yeah, they never do it. You know, it's like, okay,
Hey man,
well,
I mean, I main Anji, and I played Anji for a minute, and then I was like, I don't like
well,
Anji.
but Strive has changed all of
Strive's
our
weird
favorites.
though,
Right.
right? It's
so-
the same way I felt when they put Blanca in Street Fighter V.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, my man!
Uh-huh,
It's
but
Blanca.
it's not your man.
That's not my
It's
man.
not your man.
No, that's
It's
a
the
different
same way
Blanca.
with Zato 1 for
Yeah,
me.
uh-huh.
That's not my
It's a
Zato.
different,
You know?
yeah.
Which hurts me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's probably why I don't care as much about that game.
Yeah.
Is because they
And
kind of
it's-
took Zato
It's so
from
good.
me.
Hey, do you have Strive?
I do.
Okay, why don't we play some Strive tonight?
Okay,
All right,
sure.
play something
You
besides
sound
Melty
very
for a minute.
excited for this.
I mean, I like the game, and that's the thing. I guess
We
I
haven't
have to
played
be
it in
forced
so
to
long.
play it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
because Melty just seems so much more hype.
Well, let's just at least play a handful of
Let's
matches.
play
We
a
don't have to
little
do
bit.
it.
Play it for a
thing.
while.
I'm with that. A completely redone Robokai. That'd
Oh,
be
dude,
sick.
There you go.
Robokai is great.
That'd be
I
sick.
love
He'd
all
be so
that gibberish
broken.
that comes out of his mouth.
Oh yeah.
He shows up and he's like, and his shit gets put together.
yeah. He's sick. Yeah, he'd be broke.
Yeah, he is fucking broke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, jump on after your Rumble over there.
Rumble.
After your
royalty.
Rumble pack. So, I'm confused on this one.
Bye.
Why?
Well, because in like 4 years ago they
They had the
released
Saw.
the Saw thing. So
Yeah.
what is this?
This is like I think it's like another chapter to that story. It's another chapter to that story, and so
Okay.
now it seems like this time traveler. You know, I don't know the story of Dead by Daylight.
I don't at all know
I
what's
don't.
going on
I
with
always
Dead
thought
by
it was
Daylight.
just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, you're just in this realm
I
fighting
didn't
that
realize
horror
this had a
movies.
story. Yeah,
Right,
like, for
right.
real.
But
Horror
now this
remix.
guy is, I guess
Yeah.
they played a lot of like Call of Duty Zombies or whatever.
Mhm.
And so this guy's actually like going through time and going through these different realms. But this time he ends up encountering Jigsaw,
Yeah.
who seems to be like God level.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't-
like
which
I don't
doesn't
know
make no sense
what
at
the
all.
hell is up with
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
he's able to predict this man's movements
Yeah.
through time and space, and
Weird.
he's just like,
J-
okay, well now
Jigsaw's
you,
not that hot, dude.
No,
okay,
he's
like
not.
I like Jigsaw as a character. I like that guy.
Yeah.
But the whole point of him is that he's a frail old man.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's just
You
a
know.
dude
I
who's
was
just like,
trying
God,
to
y'all
think, just
suck.
like
Yeah.
what characters are they gonna put in? It was like
Yeah,
it
Danny
had
Glover.
To be, it had to be it had to be Jigsaw because everyone
I
else
think
is
they've already
chained
done
up
Glover,
to a
right?
toilet. know?
Facts,
Like-
hard facts. But then at the end of it, it's almost like kind of Scarecrow esque.
Yeah, kind
You
of.
Yeah.
know,
Uh-huh.
because his face is giant and looming in the background,
Uh-huh.
and somehow he's able to deactivate this guy's teleportation tool.
Yeah.
So I have no idea where this is about to go, but it looks very, very interesting. So even if I don't
Yeah.
play it, I don't really play Dead by Daylight. I know a lot of people who do.
Yeah.
I would definitely follow the story just to know what the hell's going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, because
So-
it looked like he had some kind of weird eye-shaped, not a lament configuration,
Right.
kind
Yeah.
of thing,
Yeah.
Like,
And he believed in it. And he was
Right.
like, okay, as long as I have this, I'm good. And then
Yeah.
he
He wasn't
Oh
good.
shit! It shut down.
He also totally looked like current Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Like, gone off the deep end.
Well, I mean, I'm just not a fan of asymmetrical gameplay like that.
Man, fucking
it's
Evolve was
cool.
so hot, dude.
Right.
Evolve was so
It's
good.
cool. I just won't do it for a long period of time.
I know what
like
you
I
mean.
would play it.
Yeah.
I would prefer to play that with friends.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
If you had a
group of friends
dedicated
to
group,
play with,
yeah.
yeah, I would do it then.
Yeah,
But
see,
I don't wanna
Wolf
play that
has a
with randos.
group of folks that she gets on and does that whole thing.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. The last time we tried was with the Friday the 13th game, and
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
fun. It was just borked, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we all just played some Dead by Daylight, I'd be down.
It's on Game Pass.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I own it all. I bought it all. It was all on
Oh,
sale
whoa,
once.
really?
And I bought everything.
Is that crossplay?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to find. It should be. It should be for a game like that. You'd imagine. What do you say? Like, oh no, the gameplay looks like that. What are you talking about? What are you looking at?
That's what. Like, I'm trying to decipher the message that he just sent.
It's like you just run around playing grab ass with the villain, and y'all know the gameplay looks like that.
Like playing grab ass.
I mean,
I
guess the villain's playing grab ass.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
You know,
grabbing
ass and
Grabbing ass.
throwing them on hooks.
Sorry, I was just confused
Putting
by
them on
Robbie
hooks.
for a second.
Yeah, I think you gotta just
You gotta
keep on keeping on, man. Friday the 13th is more fun. I don't know, man. Like I
That was
said,
the
well,
Adam
we actually
Sessler game.
played that together, and I think that might have
Yeah.
attributed to the fun factor of that.
Mhm.
And then
Everything's
Coco
more fun
was
with
super
friends.
into it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he was so into it. I saw the
yeah.
picture that he took of his character with his eyes looking wide. Like, what would you do? It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
You know.
Man.
This looks
Weird West.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
It look-
Devolver, man.
Fucking Devolver again,
Where
man.
are their
Yeah.
artists coming from? Where are they
Yeah.
finding all these guys?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This also looks like the saw pig there.
Facts.
Yeah,
So that's a
absolutely.
funny one, right?
Yeah.
So this is like top-down RPG, Western RPG.
Yeah. So
with-
it's an isometric RPG,
Yes,
right? But
right.
I like the way the camera's more dynamic than a lot
Yeah.
more
And then the way it
isometrics.
slows
Yeah.
time as well. Like when
Mhm.
you one word.
And you're
bullet time.
Wild West werewolf
Yeah.
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah,
the
running
undead.
around, fucking it up. And I think the game's
Awesome.
already out too. I think it
Oh,
launched
cool.
like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was this
Is-
on PS4, Xbox?
I think it's PS4, PS5. I don't know
okay.
even know if it
Okay.
got an Xbox release.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
I
'cause
bet it's on Steam too.
probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, but it looks
looks-
really,
this
really
looks
cool.
good.
Yeah.
I want to see how it controls because that's the only thing.
Yeah.
that I'm
It
a
looks
little
like it would
funky
be
on.
kind of like loaded or
Twin
like
stick shooter
twin
style.
stick. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And if it is, then I'm all about it.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love me a twin stick shooter, dude.
Absolutely. You know, I was kind of surprised that we didn't get another Geometry Wars with this console generation.
Did you play 3?
Yes.
3 was cool. Dimensions, I guess it was
Mhm.
called. Yeah,
Dimensions.
that one was really cool. I'm still just a fan of 2 though. I
Yeah.
think Geometry Wars 2 was the best. But that was
All you
what,
gotta do is throw more particles.
that's
up.
Bizarre.
Yes.
Did they are they still around?
Bizarre Creations? No.
I think that's
don't
the
think-
problem,
I don't
right?
Think I don't think so. I don't
Yeah.
know. They probably got purchased,
Mm-hmm.
if anything.
Yeah.
You know. But I haven't seen their logo.
Yeah, I don't
Ever.
think they're around at all anymore.
Right.
Like I think they were absorbed into another studio.
Probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Microsoft owns them, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm sure they
More
It's
than
like
likely.
it's like the
Yeah.
Criterion,
Like
guys.
Criterion, exactly.
Yeah,
Same
uh-huh.
thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. So
Yeah, but Weird West looks weird
It
Looks
and
good.
West
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
cool, and
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
I wonder how much it is. I just want to know.
Can't be that much.
Yeah, probably like 30 if I had to guess. If I had to guess, what's next up?
A motherfucking chainsaw.
Oh, it's getting 90s in here.
I've been saving that one. I was like,
Let's go. Oh my god.
yeah. Oh man, no. So we don't really know shit about this. It's Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Retribution?
We don't know whether this is a separate game. We don't know whether this is a big DLC
Now,
pack.
you said that Paul had a video about it.
Yeah, but he pretty much said the same thing. He's like, we are knowing that it is new coming out, but we do not know. You know.
Because Paul can say nothing for like
For a long
5,
ass
10
time, dude.
minutes. It's amazing to me,
Man.
You know, and I'll watch the whole thing.
I love that dude.
You never know.
Fucking love Polish Paul VR, dude.
Hell yeah.
And he knows that he says fucking stupid shit all the time, and he leans into it.
Just go
I love it.
Here we go. You know.
Yeah,
and so all we know, this image
guy.
is an official image.
Yes, this is the official image, and I mean, obviously, that means we get a chainsaw in VR.
Right.
What else do you want?
Multiplayer.
Well, yeah,
that's
I want 2 chainsaws.
That's what I want. Absolutely.
I want you to have a chainsaw, and you get a chainsaw.
Because I wonder how. Well, I mean, of course,
it's under your chair.
It's under
your chair. Look under your chairs.
It's a chainsaw.
You got a chainsaw.
Yeah, because I mean, in order to get me back playing Saints and Sinners, adding more story content is not the way to go because the campaign is so long to get to that extra content. You've got to go through 20 hours of progress, right?
I want more trial. I want some
multiplayer trial would be good.
And you could have multiplayer in 2 ways. Like you could have straight co-op multiplayer,
like for the story for the MSQ.
I guess I was still thinking trial.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But you could also have like a versus everybody multiplayer, like where not only are you fighting the zombies, but you can also kill each other.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like imagine having a trial
that would
thing.
That'd be sick.
Right. Where potentially you could even lose points if you haven't traded them in by having someone else kill you. Like, and maybe they could kill you.
So have a PvP where
PvPvE.
Right. Exactly. No, I mean seriously, that's it. That's what it is. You know, make it where you can even unleash zombie hordes onto other people. You know.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, if you had somebody that could like play a director role.
You know. Either that or just with so many points, you just spin those points like kill streaks kind of.
Yeah, like a kill streak. Yeah.
You know, and then make it so that those zombies might also attack you if you're not.
Oh yeah. No, I like that. Yeah. You could potentially fuck yourself with your own kill streak.
Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that they could do with that concept. I just hope that that's because they always said it was on the table. Skydance is like, we definitely want multiplayer in this game.
Yeah.
And like I said, with Zenith on the scene, y'all it's time to step your game up. Yep, everyone's got to step their game up.
Well, a motherfucking chainsaw steps
a motherfucking chainsaw. Absolutely. I wonder how it's going to, I guess now playing with actual controllers versus the goddamn wands.
Yeah.
Being able to control a chainsaw would actually feel kind of good.
Have you played yet with
I own it. It's installed. I know.
You definitely got to feel it on PC and just
I know.
I don't think it definitely looks better, but I don't think it looks so much better that you're going to be blown away by it.
Right.
But it feels a world different.
Right.
Yeah.
So just having better tracking altogether would make me really want to play that game a lot more. But I don't know. It's going to be a while.
Yeah.
February is looming.
February's gonna be a big
and
one.
then this isn't launching until April. Am I right?
Stranger of Paradise. It got pushed to. Is it April 18th?
It's something like that.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think
they
it's
have
the
like
18th.
a demo or something?
We've had two demos. Yeah.
Mhm.
And the second demo was weird. I don't know.
The second demo was fine. It's just the second demo made it more glaring that multiplayer was kind of a little
half-assed.
Afterthought.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game is still very much a single player experience.
I mean, when I changed my gear, it didn't do anything if you're not the main character.
Right.
You know?
And I'm sure they're gonna fix all of that. I hope that they're gonna fix all of that.
Yeah.
But I could also see how that could change, like, firstly, all their cutscenes that aren't real time.
Right.
Secondly, it could change just kind of the focus of the narrative. Because it's about those guys. They're the Warriors of Light, yes.
Yeah.
But it's all about Jack.
So I guess I'm a little confused because Garland is the main enemy, right?
Well, yeah, but Jack's gonna end up becoming Chaos.
He's gonna be him later.
Right.
Right?
Or take on the primal that is Chaos.
Okay.
Or turn into Chaos some way.
Right.
But that's another Garland. The Garland line, they're all kind of a little fucky.
It's more of a title than an individual.
Seemingly so. I don't know the story for it, so I can't tell you what they're doing. Every Final
I guess
Fantasy
I'm asking you
interprets it different.
from the 14 perspective.
Right. No, in the 14 perspective, Sid Garland, came from Garlemald, and the Garleans, of course, wanted to really just reclaim the greatness that was their people and their god, which is Zodiac. But everything went wrong, and so they ended up trying to bring about peace by clenching the iron fist.
Oh yeah, that's
right?
definitely
And
it.
so so Sid
Peace
Garland
through
is,
fascism.
Exactly. But that's what happened. It got too big. And it's like, well, this is what we're doing now. We're moving with it. And Sid left, joined with everybody else, and they're like, "Y'all are digs."
Yeah.
And broke everything apart. This
this
one
is
is way
totally
more
different.
fantasy versus political.
Okay.
So I don't know
Yeah.
what they're gonna do. Every iteration of Final Fantasy takes the same ideas and interprets
Just
them in a different
rearranges
way.
them. Yeah.
Crystals, guys.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
Crystals.
No more
Crystals.
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 No
We
more
good.
crystals. We're done with crystals.
Crystals.
And so,
You mean Neo's multiplayer? I mean Neo's multiplayer works okay. It's more like Dark Souls, but it works okay.
well, but
maybe
it just
not great,
restricts you because you have to have completed that stage.
Yeah,
in order
that
to help
sucked too.
someone,
You're right.
right? So you can't really. It's not really co-op per se.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me just help my buddy out.
I'm just hoping it's not as crushing as Neo 2. Neo 2 will fuck you real quick.
I don't know, man. I think Strangers is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
They're going to go off that same DNA, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, boy.
I love the magic in Stranger, though. I like the way that the job system works and you being able to change classes and all that kind of crap.
No, it's March. Okay, so Strangers
it's
is
March.
March 18th. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a little, that's a little too
problem.
close
It's
to
too close.
Elden Ring, man.
It's a little too close to Borderlands for me, man. Tiny Tina. I
Mm.
don't know what I'm gonna do this next month.
I think the first Tiny Tina is going to be free.
It is on PS Plus.
February?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a cool one.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have time.
Do you know what the other
not gonna have time.
PlayStation Plus games for February are?
I haven't looked it up.
I don't remember it.
Well, it's the Tiny Tina. That's one of them.
That's
I don't
one of
remember
them.
what the
Yeah,
other
I
one
don't
was.
remember.
Wait,
the other-
but that couldn't be for February. That comes out in March.
No, not the new
Not
one.
the
The
new
old
one.
Oh, you're talking
one.
about the old one.
The old
I
one's
was
gonna be
wondering. I was
free.
about to say, like,
Yeah.
I already have that.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying for
Well,
people
good for
that
people.
yeah.
I hope more people get into Borderlands.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
Mhm.
like there are a lot of people who don't like the RPG aspect of a first-person shooter.
I
like that,
don't
but-
like that either.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal.
I don't want to roll dice. I want to.
Dude, it's some of the best
shoot
writing
you in the
I've
face.
seen in gaming. So, I mean,
Oh
there's a
yeah,
lot
it's
of-
very
there's a lot of face
I love that
shots.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of face shots,
Yeah.
but at first you're gonna feel a little weak.
Yeah.
But then you start getting the guns, and then it's like, oh, never mind.
It would be great if Borderlands 2 VR was multiplayer because I would have been playing that with you
Yeah.
for hours and hours.
Mhm.
You know, but
Yeah.
because it's not, it makes it hard for me to want to keep playing the game.
Right.
I feel alone.
I do feel like that. Well, I mean, and that's a huge part of multiplayer or of Borderlands
Yeah.
is its multiplayer.
Oh yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, like I mean, and the way the characters synergize together, that's huge. And so I don't know why they haven't patched that in by now.
And that was a pop-in
Mhm.
multiplayer too.
Yep.
It no anything crazy. It's just
Nope.
like join your game.
And then you're in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's it.
that's
So
the way it should.
They're probably
be.
holding that
Uh-huh.
for Borderlands 3 for PSVR 2. I think we're gonna see that. I think we're gonna see it really early.
That makes sense.
Maybe
Uh-huh.
even we might even see it this year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Borderlands 3 VR would definitely be a PSVR 2. I could also really see Fallout 4 VR coming to PSVR 2. Actually, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if Bethesda is able to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Ooh.
Think about it.
The landscape's different.
Everything's weird. now.
Yeah, I mean, we might see it on Steam VR.
Yeah. Well, it's already on Steam VR.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's why I
yeah.
figured that the
No.
only
No.
it's not happening.
Fallout
No.
4? I thought it was Fallout 3. Fallout 4 is
Yeah,
on Steam
Fallout-
VR as well?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 3 is an NVR.
Okay.
There's mods that you can play it that way, but
Right.
4
So
actually
the one
has
that I played
a
here was 4.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Because I never finished that game, and that would be a good way to finish it.
It's cool. It's I really
I thought
like
the
it.
controls were a little
They're
odd.
a little funny. Yeah. Aiming's a little funny, and the VATS doesn't pause time
Right.
because it can't when you're in VR.
Right.
Yeah.
It could.
It could, but they didn't.
It'd be weird. Yeah, it'd be weird.
They
you
chose not to do that.
Exactly, but also the time period that it came out, like a lot of things are more possible these days with
Yeah.
VR, and
Well,
people are willing to take risks.
And
so
with all
that's
the
good.
controllers being the same.
Yes,
That's the biggest thing more than anything
exactly.
is the
That's
controllers
huge.
need to be the same across all the platforms. You know?
Facts, hard facts.
Of course, we still need finger tracking on everything, but whatever.
Soon.
That's what I want in Zenith is just
so you
better
can
finger
finger
tracking.
gun?
So
Right,
I can-
At
yeah,
people?
you got to be able to finger guns.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on.
It's like I think if
Hey,
you have like
hey,
if you have
buddy,
an
buddy
index, I
Jesus.
think it's easier for you. But I see some guys doing the point.
Yeah, I can't
And so
do a
I don't
point.
know what they're using.
I don't
know
know.
if it's a WMR thing because WMR, the controllers for those are identical to the touch.
Yeah, but they don't have the tracking. They
But
don't
I mean,
have the
but your
proximity.
triggers are what would trigger that, right?
They should, but
So-
I was having a problem with casting spells while I was trying to do finger guns.
Oh, so
So-
you're asking for too much.
Yeah,
Because you
yeah.
gotta,
I'd rather cast spells than be able to do finger
come
guns.
on, man.
But I need my gestures in VR.
But
That's
yeah,
all I'm
the
saying.
gestures are for when you're just chilling neutral, and then
Right.
the finger. What? Come on, dude.
I need it.
I feel you.
I need it.
I feel you. I do. All I can do is this weird little curve.
Oh, yeah,
finger.
we
I
were
can get
doing that.
almost out there.
Yep.
It's like, ugh.
You just scratch a little itch over there.
You see, back on Zenith. Zenith came right back.
It's never going away.
It's never going away.
All right, what's next?
Fucking Serious Sam, dude.
So this raises the question:
Yeah.
Yeah.
do we need this?
No.
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 But I
I'm just gonna go ahead and mark it down as no.
We don't need it.
We've
I
never
want it.
needed Serious
No.
Sam.
I want it.
Right.
I don't need it.
Man, Serious Sam's such a weird fucking game because like there's nothing going on
Nope.
No.
Just animals running at you, and you shoot
at
'em.
max speed. You know the
Yeah.
guys that yell? The-
Uh-huh.
the-
They have the
the
two eyeballs in
kamikaze
their
guys,
hands.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Ah! They
Yeah.
just- yeah, it's always been the same thing, man. Just mow down waves and waves of shit forever.
Yeah. And this is out now?
This is out now.
Yeah,
It's already out. Mm-hmm.
I expect to see this as a PS Plus game at some point in time. I feel like it's going to be
I could
free
see
at
that,
some
yeah.
point. Yeah,
Well,
like
gotcha.
Crow Team did all of the rest of the Serious Sam games, or at least the last like 4 of them, as a VR
shit, he
version.
just broke that shit down.
I know, I see it. I was
Oh
Goth.
shit!
different. So it's like time travel Garland
Yeah.
or something.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because in FF1 you kill Garland and then you go back in time or something. Like
I don't remember that.
initially,
I really don't
like,
remember
yeah.
it.
Dude,
yeah.
it's been
He's
so
like
long
the
since I played
one-
FF1.
And I've played
Yeah.
that game a couple of times because I played it
Yeah.
on NES and then I played it on
he's
the
like the first boss.
like-
yeah.
You know,
8 or
and then you
9.
kill him, and then it opens up the rest of the world, and then you go around traveling, and then eventually.
But I thought
you
he's
go
also
back
the
in
last
time.
boss.
He is also the last boss.
Yeah,
That's when he
okay,
turns
yeah.
into because you go back in time and he turns into chaos.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. Chaos.
I don't know. It's
I'm
been a while
very
since I
interested
played.
in this story, man.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be hot.
And becomes chaos. And this is the same thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you on that. Yeah.
So I guess at some point you're gonna lose Jack,
Yeah.
or will you get to fight against the Warriors of Light?
Ooh.
I wonder how they're gonna
yeah.
play that.
What if you
Yeah.
get to play that first boss battle again, but
Uh-huh.
you're playing as chaos
As
instead
chaos.
of.
That'd be so hot.
Ooh, it really would if
It'd
that
be
wrapped
so
up
hot.
the game.
What if he wins?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, man, maybe if that's what they're going for is this is like the darkest
Dude.
timeline. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Look, Yoshi P is who everyone goes to
Yeah.
talk to about anything Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And he is all about flipping expectations.
Uh-huh.
You know, and so who
Yeah.
knows, man?
Let's
Like,
fuck with them.
Let's fuck with them.
This isn't a mainline
Absolutely.
game. We can do whatever we want.
Right? Uh-huh.
They're gonna buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right.
You know, and I mean they can just do whatever they want.
Yeah,
anyway.
right.
And,
Seriously.
and they're amazing writers. And
Serious
so with it.
Sam. Seriously.
Seriously.
Serious. I don't know how serious that is.
It's for cereal guys. Serial
I don't know.
Sam.
It looks fun.
Oh
Does
yes,
it?
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Serious
I mean, it
Sam is
looks
as
okay.
fun
It
as
looks
Serious
good.
Sam has
Yeah.
ever been.
Right.
That's the thing. This
Right.
is more of Serious Sam. If you like it, go get it.
Right.
You know?
And this kind of leads us to that other thing with Crisis 4 being announced. You know, sorry to fuck up the order of shit.
That's all right. I
These
adapt.
are,
What do you think about that?
I love it. Like both of these are kind of staples for every new console generation.
Right.
You know, Far Cry's the same way. Whenever we get a new bit of hardware or a big upgrade in hardware, you're gonna have Crisis. You're gonna have fucking Far Cry,
Yep.
and you're
On
gonna
Assassin's
have,
Creed.
Yeah, definitely. You know, well that's annual.
That about to say that just comes out.
They just don't stop.
Yeah.
You know, even though they've been not Ubisoft, but Activision was like they're about to cut off this yearly Call of Duty thing, which is exciting. That's very exciting.
That's
news.
a good thing.
But there are all these bits of software that always come out whenever
Right.
you have new hardware, and Serious Sam is one of those where it's like, okay, well, here's just shooting.
Well, Serious Sam's weird too because it's always flexed on the hardware.
Yes.
It's always been one that's like you can crank the settings up to where it sets your PC on fire.
Right.
You know.
So it's kind of like Crysis where it just makes your hard drive cry.
Well,
like
but it's
your
not as
PC
impressive
cry.
looking. That's the funny thing is
well,
that like
Crysis
it's
is
raw.
focused.
Right.
Yeah. Crysis is focused.
Serious Sam is just throwing numbers at it. It's like how many enemies can we spawn? How much
How much can we overwhelm you?
Right.
You know, and how silly can we make?
It's like
the whole
two
thing
different
look at
sides of the
process?
benchmark, right?
Yes.
Like Crysis has always been here's the newest things that we can do with technology.
Right.
And Serious Sam's like how many
Here's
can
like
we do?
graphical fidelity. Yeah.
Versus just quantity over here.
Right.
Look at that suit.
Seriously, man, that suit is so
Jesus,
tight.
It's so tight, literally.
Prophet's
and
ready to fuck.
figuratively. Cloak engaged.
Dude, seriously.
Oh,
I know.
talk to me, suit. I did. I had a Crisis theme on my phone for a while. Oh my
nice.
god, I love it.
Yeah, that shit's
I love
good,
it. It's like,
man.
why is that voice so soothing, dude? Write a rap. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a track, bro. Let me get a track. And so, but yeah, so we're getting Archery.
Crysis 4.
Let's go, Crysis 4.
I'm about it. I'm not gonna be able to run it on the computer.
I mean, that's what it's designed to do, is to make you
go buy
upgrade.
$1,000
Yeah,
graphics
to
card.
make you upgrade your shit, you know?
Yeah.
And so,
Maybe they should release Crysis when we're not having a chip shortage. You know.
I mean, yeah,
Maybe just wait a little bit so people
No.
can play your game.
One thing about the chip shortage is that it guarantees sales for all these hardware manufacturers. Everything they put out will sell.
It's getting snatched up.
And so, absolutely. So people are still out there hungry for their new console, their new PC. You know, that's not going to change. Crysis is just going to make people want it more.
I mean,
now the only thing about Crysis is that it, like Far Cry, it always feels kind of like a tech demo.
Oh yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And so it can be very hard to get all the way through a
Right.
Crysis for me, you know? So I'm hoping that they change that they give it a little bit more soul.
I don't know, man. Like
Crysis 3 was sick.
that's what I was gonna say, man. Crysis 3 was fucking
finished that
sick,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
2 had some good ideas to it, but
Yeah.
it just it felt like you're saying like very tech demo-y. But it also for the time was so beautiful.
Well, that's
Yeah.
Crysis.
Every single one of them, right? Because I
Right.
remember when they first the thing I'm thinking about is when they first showed off the like foliage physics in Crysis 3.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were showing a helicopter landing and all the shit just
Yeah, I remember that trailer. I remember that.
Yeah.
And so it's so funny because the teaser for this is nothing near gameplay. It's not the suit.
No.
It's
No,
nothing
it's
like
just
that.
a helmet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just zoomed in, right? Like it's
Here's
like
a
okay,
helmet.
here's how we built this fucking helmet and how it can adapt and change.
Yep.
And then you get it morphing into a 4.
Yep.
And then it's like, oh shit,
Yep.
you know, like
Cool.
how did you just impress me with that? You know, it's like okay.
Yup.
you know,
Crisis engaged.
Yes, Crisis engaged.
I'm
and
down-
so
I'm
that's gonna
down,
be like
man.
late 2022.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it
So we
comes
got a
out
minute.
on PS5.
Oh, it
because,
definitely will.
Oh,
There's
it
no
will.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no question. If this was PC only, it couldn't sell.
I've heard that the Cry engine actually has some difficulty with the PS5 because like Returnal is in Cry engine. And
But they had to modify it.
right, they had to modify it heavily. So I
Right.
wonder if that was the problems they were having. Yeah.
Or maybe they solved them. Or maybe, you know.
I mean, the game runs and looks smooth.
Yeah.
So I mean, what
whatever
real
it is,
problems?
they figured it out.
Right.
It's still one of the most beautiful games on the PS5,
Yeah.
hands down.
And runs at perfect 60.
yes.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's one, dude, I'm telling you, Returnal will just wow you out of
Yeah.
nowhere, you know, and you're getting shot at, you know,
And
it's
then
just like, oh my
tentacles.
God, it's so beautiful. Oh shit, I'm dead.
I'm dead. These pretty lights killed me. Oh man.
Scott's like, go.
Fucking triangle strategy, guys. Yeah. So we got
What?
eh?
What?
Yeah, he said I was like,
I
huh?
can't believe
It
this.
Are you
looks
not
good.
are you not a
serious?
tactics fan? Are you
No,
not
I'm a fan of tactics.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the
it's
same
not-
team.
Yeah. I mean, this
Yeah.
is just
Oh,
more
are you talking
tactics.
about Octopath?
No, I'm
Final
talking about
Fantasy
Final
Tactics.
Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Same
'Cause I mean,
writers.
I know it's the same team that did Octopath.
same writers, same team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you not excited about this?
I played Octopath.
Yeah, but
But
this
it's
is a different
different.
game.
I
This
know
is
it's a
this
different
completely
game,
different. Yeah.
but it's
But
not
it's by
the
the
same-
same people.
Well, yeah, but I
But
thought the
do you
problem with
only play
Octopath
one
was
game by
that
the
was that
people?
it wasn't.
No, I liked it okay. I just never finished
Oh,
it.
it's that you didn't like Octopath necessarily. Is
Not
that what we're talking
yeah,
about?
Yeah. It wasn't. It didn't blow my mind.
Okay.
You know, that's all it was. That's all it is.
Okay,
Like I am
Oh my God.
Well, so
reserved
man,
in
you
my
better watch it. Robbie
optimism
might
right
try
now.
to kill you in a minute, man.
well, let me ask you this:
I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just
triangle
saying-
strategy or that Metal Slug Tactics?
Metal Slug Tactics.
For
Boom,
him,
Metal Slug
yeah.
Tactics.
For me, I'll play Metal Slug Tactics,
Yeah.
but I'm more interested in where this storyline's gonna go.
I think the storyline's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
see, you just heated Robbie over
Man,
here.
for real, dude.
Fuck.
You over here
Look,
Cause you talking
Octopath
that
is
bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
Robbie's gonna come over here and give you an elbow drop.
Hey man.
Okay,
Did y'all watch the
the
trailer?
soft suplex.
The soft suplex. That's a shirt. Did y'all watch the trailer?
Yeah,
though?
yeah. The
Like,
one that's
that was
completely in
such a
Japanese, and I didn't
very-
understand what was.
No, it was translated.
Oh, I didn't get it translated.
get the
The
trailer.
one that I
Translated
sent
one.
to you was translated.
Oh, well, we pulled up a Japanese
one.
trailer.
Okay, all right, good for you.
Watch the whole
Um,
thing in Japanese.
Good job.
Wow, it'd be
Okay,
great to know
I mean,
what's going on.
I was
I
like,
only-
this looks
I only
dope.
gave you a freaking link.
You know.
Just click the link.
So
give it a
many-
click. But
so many
but
links.
no,
Well,
there
and-
was just so much story content
Yeah.
in this
Yeah.
short trailer.
Yeah,
and it makes me
uh-huh.
really wonder, like, this game could end up being like 100, 150 hours
Oh,
long.
easily.
You know,
Easily.
it
Tactics
might be
took
huge.
a fuckload
Yeah.
of time to get
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
You know?
Tactics Advance was really not.
And I've played.
I
the
liked Advance
And
a
I've played the
lot.
Me
demo.
too.
Yeah.
It's
God,
it's
so
it's
good.
gonna be a good game.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I just got bored with the demo.
So
So
as
getting the
far-
full
I can't
game.
believe there's
so
a Triangle
getting-
Strategy
you-
demo out
there
already.
is,
That's
yeah.
so crazy.
It's been out for a while,
but it's
dude.
the game's not called Triangle Strategy,
It is
right?
It
called
is.
Triangle Strategy.
Yeah, it sounded like a
They're-
working
they're
title, and they
terrible.
just said that's what it is.
They're terrible at naming these games, man, because that's exactly
Not
what
usually.
happened with. That's
Usually
what happened with
they're better.
Octopath.
Octopath Traveler. I don't think that's
They
a
did
bad
Project-
name.
Triangle Strategy is a bad name. Dude.
Triangle
I don't-
Strategy.
don't
That I
like
think
it at
I
all.
think it really really is, but it might be one of those things that once you play the game and understand the story, maybe the name will make more sense.
What up, Phoenix?
Phoenix,
Yeah,
yo,
that's
what up,
awesome.
boy?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, welcome to the family.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art style is amazing,
And
and
it
that
looks
looks the same thing.
Amazing
here.
in Triangle.
Yeah, you
I
know-
love that look. I was talking to him. It reminds me a whole lot of Breathfire 3.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
right.
like that kind of look to
And
it.
you have that kind of like that old school like mode 7
I love
rotation.
it. Oh, I love
you
it
know,
so
like
much,
I've
man.
always loved that, and so
Yeah.
like I'm super hyped for Triangle Strategy, and I
Mhm.
do think it'll be coming to Steam at some point in time. You know, so we'll definitely see it.
Cautiously
Three
optimistic.
Kingdoms.
Right, Three Kingdoms in a strategy game, right? So that's your triangle. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can see
fuck
them.
off. Triangle
It
Strategy
seems
is a
like
bad name.
I mean,
Like-
hey, I
It's a
agree.
bad
It
name.
sounds like a working title.
Right.
It totally sounds like a working
It should
title.
be called Project Triangle Strategy.
It was.
And then they just
It-
dropped the
look,
project off.
It was.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
was.
It was.
Man,
and
come
then they were
on.
like, "Nah, this is it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
Because
more
that was-
excited about the Suikoden team game
Yes.
instead
Yeah,
instead of this.
What is it? Eodin Chronicles.
Eodin Chronicles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
So that's more your
100%.
flavor rather than Triangle
Absolutely,
Strategy.
100%.
Okay, because I think they have a
100%.
crossover, right? They have a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
of a.
yeah. And look, I'm
right?
not saying this is going to be bad. It's
No,
probably
no,
gonna
no,
be
no.
great. It's just
Yeah.
probably not going to be
Mhm.
something that I'm going to be dropping money on day one.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But Bravely Default 1 is still exclusive to 3DS.
Well, DS.
It was just on
That
DS.
was Reggae DS.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that was Reggae DS.
That was that long ago?
It's been a while.
Time, Jesus Christ.
Right?
Okay. Well,
Even though I think a game like Triangle Strategy, while it would be great to have it on PC, I think having it on Switch would be like
That's
the most
the-
beneficial.
Mhm.
You
Yeah,
know, just
100%.
like wherever you are, you can kind of pick
Well,
it
the
up.
I want it on
is-
my
make
Vita.
little-
Well, the thing is,
Oh,
the Switch is
absolutely.
just an
Yes.
RPG machine.
yeah.
Right?
It's an
Uh-huh.
RPG machine.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to stop playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You can just like
Just
if
put
you got
it
to
to sleep and then just come back to it
put it
whenever
to
you
sleep,
want.
come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like if you need to go do something, you just pick it up. All right, here we go. You
Right.
know?
Need
Yeah.
need to go
It's
do
an
do a
RPG
poop.
machine.
You can still
If you need,
level
yeah,
up
exactly. If
while
you need to go
do a
poop, you can grind some Frog Warriors while
Right.
you're while you're taking a shit. You know, it's great. I love it.
Oh man. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that it wasn't an actual sequel, Bravely Default 2, like as far as story wise. But
Well,
Um,
yeah.
so this is a movie that we've talked about before, or
The
at least
actual
we've
sequel
mentioned.
is Bravely
Pinocchio.
Second.
Oh, it's just called Bravely Second.
Brave Second or
that's
whatever.
Bad too.
They're not good at naming
Del
this shit.
Toro Pinocchio.
Yes.
This looks awesome.
Yeah.
And it's
stop
stop
motion?
motion.
It's
Oh.
Pinocchio. It's Guillermo del Toro.
Oh.
It's Ewan McGregor.
And it's puppets.
Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
You know, you had me at Guillermo, guys.
Really?
You didn't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
do all this.
Uh-huh.
You really didn't. I mean, I appreciate it, but you didn't have to.
The cricket's named something else. like-
Sebastian
J. Cricket.
Oh,
So he's still Jiminy.
Yeah.
It's just J is his middle name.
I
That's
just
right.
can't call him Jiminy Cricket.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it looks amazing, man. It makes me want for them to at the very end of it do another version of Tool sober.
Yeah.
Totally.
You
yeah,
know?
it has that
Like,
fucch
yeah.
vibe to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Which
it
it's
seems
fucked
so
up.
dark and
When you think of Tool sober, what's the scene? What's the scene?
when he takes the pipes right there.
That's right, and he's petting
touching
the shit
meat.
and the meat in the
meat,
pipe.
yeah.
The meat in the pipe.
Yes.
Why is that? It's the meat in the pipe, and then it's when his head melts. Those
Yes.
are the
Yeah.
two.
Uh-huh.
Those are the two things, right?
Uh-huh.
Ooh. I also love that one old guy with the stick that's pulling himself across
Yeah.
the floor. He's like, man, that video. Oh, it's so good.
So good.
Why is stop motion so creepy
Well,
and great
I'm
at
just
the same
so
time?
glad to see it, represented again.
Seriously.
I mean, because it's a lot of work. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's really
You know?
what it comes down to is how much time it actually takes to make one of these.
You
know,
guys have
'cause
seen
they're like-
Kubo.
Yes.
Kubo is great.
Kubo's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, and that's
Oh
all
my
3D
God.
printed shit.
Yes.
I bet they're doing something similar with this.
Did you watch the ending credits of Kubo where they actually
No.
showed you how they built
Oh no, but I
everything
watched
and-
a behind the scenes documentary
Okay,
about
good,
that
good,
shit.
good, good.
I saw
Yeah.
them where they had these attaché cases where they have the foam cutouts, and they'd have 50 heads.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
For every fucking expression, every frame of every, and a
Yeah.
number on each one of them, so
Uh-huh.
that they know which exact keyframe they got to. That's so much work.
Right,
That's
But
a
it
lot.
also makes a lot more sense when you can 3D print all these things. You can
Exactly.
have it perfectly every time, no
Right.
problem
you
at
don't have
all.
to hand make them all.
Right.
Everything's going to be measured exactly the way you
Yeah.
want it to be.
It's great.
Yeah,
It's,
it is
it's
great.
I'm happy.
It's
shit.
great.
I'm
It's
so
a very
happy.
short teaser, but we know this is going to be
This
quality.
is gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And it's Netflix, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yes,
I think
sir.
they're sick of Disney Plus. They're sick of Hulu. They're sick of everybody trying to steal their shine.
No, not
No.
Cujo.
Cujo, Cujo,
No,
stop
Kubo.
motion Cujo. Oh no,
We need claymation Cujo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we need.
That'd
Yes,
be good.
Give it to me right now.
That'd be good.
Oh, man.
That's one thing I always loved about Moral Oral.
Oh,
How
yeah.
at the end of every episode he would be filming stop motion.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's when he was geeked up. Yeah. Oh, hey. He was running the store by himself. He was like letting people in the store, helping them shop, ringing them up, and then getting to the door to let them out before they
Right.
Because he was fucking geeked.
Moral makes me sad
geek.
because I can't help but think about that song, that one fucking song.
The
and,
Mountain
like,
Goats.
The Mountain Goats.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I hope you die.
I hope you die.
I hope
I
we
hope we both die.
Think about that in Close Face.
Oh, close face.
Think about Close
Aw.
Face. Yeah. There's a lot of love and sweetness in Moral Oral, man.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
But
Darkness.
there's also a lot of just
Whoa.
soul-crushing darkness. You
Yeah.
know, that it's like, wow, man. It's like if you're going through some shit, maybe that's not the show. for
Maybe that's
you.
not the one for you.
You know?
Yeah. Make sure you're really happy.
As
before-
happy as possible.
As
yes.
happy as possible
Uh-huh.
before going
And then you
into
can watch one episode a
one-
week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Space it out.
Please space and watch happy things in between.
Yes.
No, I like. I feel
Reason
so.
is the enemy of faith, my friend.
Ooh.
A head that's filled with knowledge soon, what did it say, is too burdened with its own weight to fit through heaven's gate. So think with your heart. It's the only tool for salvation. Think with your heart. Don't deduce yourself to eternal damnation. Think with your heart, for you know that the Almighty sees us. Think only with your heart. Who ever heard of the bleeding brain of Jesus? I'm like, what? What? And here's the next song by what do they call him? Something Godgasm.
I love that shit
Like,
so much.
what?
Fucking that burn in
Jesus,
heaven
man.
jam.
Burn in heaven, bow down to Jesus' bidding. Damn it,
so
Guillermo,
good.
this is
Fuck
your fault. Somehow you did this.
See, like, I feel so mixed about Del Toro because, like, I want him to do everything,
Right.
and he's pulled in so many directions because everybody realizes
like
just how much of a fucking
genius
he is,
really
right?
is,
yeah.
He doesn't have time for projects to stall. You know how many
Right.
times he's tried to make a fucking game, man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
he said that after he said he's not going to ever do it again.
No, because it takes too long, and he's got more shit to do
Well,
that gets greenlit and then gets finished.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Right.
You know, and then just the corporate influence of the gaming industry.
I don't think he
as
likes it at
stands.
all,
He doesn't
man.
like it at all.
Yeah,
You know,
which is
I mean-
funny because he's actually a gamer. He actually
Yeah.
loves that fucking
Well,
hobby.
think
You know,
about
it's not
losing Silent Hill.
dude.
Right.
Yeah,
That's got to really hurt,
Uh-huh.
especially when you're dealing with
well,
a
and you
mind
gotta
like
think
his and
that was
Kojima.
he lost
They're
Silent.
friends.
Yeah.
He lost Silent Hill right after he lost The Hobbit.
right.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, and well,
Those
and there
were-
was
those
also
were
there's
almost
another one
back-to-back.
too. There was
Yeah.
another game he was doing that's like I'm pretty sure it was like Lovecraft inspired. That also got canned. Like he was working on that for a year or two.
That's got to be infuriating.
Fuck
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Dude, you watch interviews with him after he got or after he left The Hobbit.
Yeah.
And dude, he is pained.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Like he
And
is
that's why he
really
rolled
fucking
everybody with
sad.
Silent Hill. That's why he
Yeah.
was like. That's why he mentioned it at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to fuck with everybody."
Man.
You know, that make him think
You
about
know,
it.
there's a thing that I've been thinking about that I think Del Toro would be perfect for, making a film adaptation of this. I can't fucking remember the name of this book, and I don't feel like looking it up right now. But there's a George R. R. Martin novel that is about vampires during, I guess
Civil War.
close, kind of
wow.
close. Yeah.
Right.
It's totally some steamboat vampire shit, like
Okay.
on the
What is this,
Mississippi.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah,
vampire
seriously,
hunter?
yeah. No,
I mean,
no, it's a little bit more like
Good shit.
I did like it.
Good shit.
oh yeah, it's
It's
a fun
fun.
movie.
It's
That's a
fun.
fun ass
It's
movie.
I don't
yeah.
know why.
But
Whenever I
it's fun.
think of that, it immediately makes me think of hobo with a shotgun.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Well, that
Is
was
that Rutger Hauer? Isn't that
Yeah.
Rutger Hauer
Yeah.
that did that? Yeah,
So
That's so
good.
crazy.
Good.
That's a better movie than it should be.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Hobo
It
with a
really
shotgun
is.
shouldn't have been that fucking good.
Yeah.
But no, I really think if Del Toro did an adaptation of this George R. R. Martin book, because it's seriously like a little bit more playful of like the whole interview kind of era. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
But this is a lot more comical and a lot
Yeah.
more odd.
That would be a good era to be a vampire in, man.
right.
Because, you know,
you could
like,
blend the fuck in.
yeah, right. You know, I mean, and then if
Everybody
you
looks
vanish,
dead.
you can just
Yeah.
vanish. Well, also, you know, people didn't have phones, and people couldn't
Yeah.
like just easily communicate with one another.
It's hard being a vampire
pick
in the age
people-
of the internet, man.
It is, man.
You know?
Yeah, dude. Have you watched What We Do in the Shadows?
Yeah,
Dude, it's a rough time. It's a rough time. You know, vampires have issues, man. They got issues. But yeah, you pick off somebody back then, like,
Yeah.
hey, man, whatever. I guess he fell off the boat.
Yep.
We don't know.
Everybody dies.
Moving on.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And nobody cares.
For real. Dude. It's like, oh, they got Roger. Like, all right, well, I guess we got to hire somebody else.
Well, Robbie, are you saying that Guillermo del Toro should direct a remake of Pokemon, the first movie, Mewtwo Strikes Back?
I'm
I'm kind of on board.
You know what?
okay. You know
I'm
what?
not opposed to
No.
Guillermo touching getting involved with a Pokemon movie.
Or an anime
Or any
franchise
of
in
it, yeah.
general, because I
Yeah.
mean we already know he's got the right style, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the chops.
He does. I mean, that man can do anything.
He can just do whatever he wants.
Look, he could do anything. People just need to get
Yeah.
the fuck out of his way and let
Facts.
him do it.
Seriously,
Hard
yeah.
facts. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's everybody else that's stopping him.
Fuck
so
yes.
speaking of some anime shit, what the fuck is this?
This is an indication of our future.
I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of the road about it. I don't like its implications. I think the model is cool, and I think his weapons are cool because they actually gave him the little segmented blades and everything.
Yeah.
And he's
Oh.
also got execution straight from the show.
The cross slash and
Uh-huh.
everything.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Okay.
So it looks sick.
Yeah.
At first, I hated it. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah.
And I put this up on Twitter, and it got a lot of retweets, like 67 retweets, which is way more than for me. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not that savvy, but yeah. Like, I really hated it when I looked at this, but then when I looked at all of the weapons that he came with, when I looked at the animations and everything, I'm like, oh shit! Like, they actually went full fledged.
They did.
Levi.
They absolutely did.
They went
yeah.
full fledged Levi, and so the thing that puts me off about it is, especially now with Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. That's a weird thing to say.
The acquisition.
The acquisition of Activision.
You need to write that down. That's a
for
good
real,
line.
man. Dude, Phoenix can rap, man. I need to hear my boy Phoenix. Phoenix can spit, boy.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Boy. Anyway, shout out to my dude. But what's going to happen now, it's just like a no-brainer. We're going to see more of those Call of Duty tie-ins. We're going to see more, like, we might see Master Chief making an appearance now. We might see, who else? Who else they got over there? Sam Fisher,
No, we need a fucking Marcus Phoenix, man.
Marcus, that's a possibility. Rash, we're gonna have Rash in there. Like it's about to get weird in the COD world. And it might be cool. It might be a good way to shake things up and keep things fresh. Because with Levi, he doesn't look anime. He doesn't. Real life adaptation of Levi,
right?
And so if they keep
weird.
everything to that tone, you could get some really, really cool characters.
I do want to see Rash as
right.
realistic as possible now.
Oh no, man! I watched Ninja Turtles 1 through 3.
Yeah, really?
Oh,
I know. Yeah.
The
Jungle movie.
Those costumes are amazing.
They really are.
They are. They're scary as shit, but they're amazing. If one was just in the room with me,
you're like,
I don't know about this.
I don't like it.
Can we remove the turtle, please?
right.
I want that nigga by the name Red Turtle dead.
Red Turtle. Yeah.
No, it's a red turtle who talks. She's fucking it.
Oh no.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Cheese on a board, man. Just cheese on a board.
Oh God, please, man.
So we've already
Shout out
talked
to
about
It's
this
Reality
a
Fun.
bunch, but I'm just gonna pop it up because Zenith.
Oh, Zenith.
Zenith.
Oh,
you just need to see a
Zenith.
picture of it, everybody. Just look at it.
Zenith.
Look at it.
Oh,
Huh?
Zenith. And so, okay, so on the left, I guess she's just holding up 2 guns. Boom. Because I've noticed also that we haven't gotten any headgear.
Oh yeah,
You
we don't have
know,
any headgear.
and
You're
so
right. Mhm.
yeah, like I wonder what if there's gonna be like special powers
I mean,
attached
I
to
see
the
a
mask.
mask on that.
That's what
on
I'm
that,
saying. I
so-
wonder what the significance of all of that is, or if it's a choice to make gameable. Boy,
Yeah.
maybe it's just so people have to look at each other in the face for a little while.
Yeah.
Also, hey, by the way, I just have to comment here. Phoenix, did you know that you are our 50th
our
follower?
50th
You just
Oh,
pushed us
shit,
to 50.
yes.
We've been trying
Thank
to get to
you.
50.
My dude.
We did it. We did
Thank
it.
you,
Let's
everybody
go.
that helped
Thank
us get
everyone.
this far.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you
right.
so much.
Oh,
Fuck
it
yes.
has been a
This
journey.
was our
Yep.
first goal.
Yep.
When we
This-
started
yep.
doing this was the goal that we laid out for ourselves. It's like we need to make it to 50 followers.
We gotta make it to
We gotta
50.
make it to
That's right.
affiliate.
We
And
did it.
You did it. Thank you
Did it
guys
in less
so much.
than a year.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Shout
I
out.
think we still need a couple more things so that we're actually affiliate all the way.
I think that
there's
we
like
pretty
a,
much hit
we
the
pretty
other
much-
I think
marks,
we're
Yeah.
about getting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're like right there. If we're,
Yeah, we'll
if
see
this
when the
didn't-
analytics hit tonight.
Yeah,
but
man.
that's pretty much
But
all
we couldn't have done
needed.
this without all of y'all.
Yeah, thank you all for the support.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
for the love, and we've got so much more coming back your way.
Mhm.
And our next thing,
Bigger,
our
better,
main
stronger.
topic. Who are we talking about again?
Nobody.
Mike Jones.
Who the
Mike
hell is-
Jones.
Mike Jones. Who?
Mike Jones.
Leroy
Next up,
Jenkins.
1 million, baby. That's right, to the top, to the moon.
Mother
Boots on the moon, boys.
boots on the moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
This
coming.
movie. I was right?
Oh, you're talking about nobody?
Oh, no, we were doing the 50.
Oh, no.
We're talking about 50.
Okay. Yeah.
50.
Dude, I didn't forgot we watched the movie.
Shit, yeah.
For real, did we
No,
watch the movie?
we're talking about 10 fives over
Yeah,
here.
I'm talking about 10 5.
Nah, we
From
didn't
4
make that
5 to
bet.
10 5, boy.
We didn't make that bet.
10-5.
We didn't make it.
Oh shit. Okay, all right, nobody then.
Nobody.
What's
Who?
poppin'?
What you think?
I was fucking blown away by this movie. As it like at first I thought, okay, this is like low stakes Taken.
Yes.
And then it just
John
kept,
Wick.
and I was like,
Yeah.
well, this is getting higher stakes. Oh, this is getting real high stakes. Okay.
I went into the movie upset. Okay?
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
mad because I had to watch it.
Ah.
And I had forgotten about it, and then last night hit, and Zenith was waiting for me.
That's the problem,
And I
right?
was like, God
Yeah.
fucking damn it. I don't want to watch a 2-hour-long movie right now. I want to play fucking Zenith.
And
Yeah.
it was
And
less than an hour
It
and
was
a half.
an hour and a half.
That's it?
Yes,
Right.
it was 1:37.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, well, and then it started, and I'm like, oh man, like here we go. Is this another depressing story about how it sucks to be a
Yeah, because the
dude?
beginning of it feels like American Beauty or something,
Exactly,
right? It has
right.
that kind of
Very- yeah.
Yes, and so, but then things started moving, and I'm like, oh, this is predictable. Okay, yeah, I know what's gonna happen here and here.
Yeah.
And then things started going a little off the rails.
Seriously.
And then I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, they're just having fun.
Yeah,
Man.
and that's
You know,
really it. They're
Dude,
just having fun.
You know, early on in the movie.
Hold on, before we go too far.
Okay.
Nobody is a story about Odenkirk of all people.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk.
Bob Odenkirk
Yeah.
plays as a family man whose home gets invaded, and he makes the choice to let some people go, and it's his story. His family believes that he's really, really weak. And, it just seems like a very sad, depressing.
Well, his
Seems
kids think he's very weak.
Well, exactly.
I don't know.
His,
His
well,
daughter-
his
wife-
son. His son
His
does.
son.
Yeah,
His
his son.
daughter
Because
is
daughter
a
loves
beacon
him.
of
He
light.
just
Uh-huh.
loves him.
She
yeah.
is nothing but pure joy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the wife knows who he really is.
Right.
But
Well,
he hadn't
Yeah.
been that
or
guy.
at least
But
knows
before we-
right?
enough. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think we've gone a bit far in the description, but okay. So that has told you all a lot. He's clearly someone else.
Yeah, you know we're
yeah.
the spoiler cast. What you talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't know we were already going into spoiler cast.
It should be implied immediately. I might as well go ahead and have a tag at the top of the
That's
movie
worth
thing that
doing.
just says spoilers.
That's
Yeah.
worth doing.
I think
yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that,
Yeah,
right?
'cause
Well,
this is still
okay,
a recent-ish
well then,
film.
Here we go. Overall, thought
It's hard to.
I thought the movie was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the movie was solid. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's fucking Bob Odenkirk,
It's
and we don't see that
fun.
guy enough. And
Yeah.
it's fun, and we
Yeah.
haven't watched a legit fun movie in a while.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
and he
so-
spent 2 years training for this role.
Oh yeah,
He
Dude.
I
spent
believe
2
it.
years doing
I
martial
believe
arts
it, and
training
he looks
just for
good.
this.
Why
he
is-
looks really
he looks
good.
real
Why
good. All of those
why are
fight
the
scenes
fight
look great.
scenes so much better in this than in the new Matrix film? Like that's what was getting me as I was
Well,
watching this. I was like,
yeah.
this is fucking
But
completely
it's also
blown the
grounded.
Matrix out
It's
of the
grounded
Yeah.
battle for the most
Man,
part. You know what I'm
man.
saying? Because he's like
I'm talking
goddamn
about basic choreography.
Kevin
and shit.
McAllister.
I'm
He's
talking-
like,
he's
okay,
like-
so if this is spoiler
this is
cast,
grown-up Kevin
basically,
McAllister.
basically everybody was wrong about him, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not openly attacking people because that's what I do best.
Yeah.
and it's all though he's a combat
And
sexual.
dude, you can tell he's just itching for the excuse.
Oh, yeah.
He's itching
Seriously.
for
Oh,
it the
yeah.
whole time.
Oh yeah, and by the time you meet his dad,
Oh yeah.
who is goddamn Doc.
Yeah,
Okay, so
Christopher
I got
Christopher
some shit.
motherfucking
I got some
Lloyd,
shit to
let's
say though,
go.
because that's what he told me. He was like, "Oh shit, Christopher Lloyd's in this," and I was like, "Okay, cool." You know what you didn't tell me?
What?
Riz is in this.
RZA,
Oh yeah,
the
Riz
Razor.
is in here,
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love
Well, I
how
had
the-
to leave some surprises.
Man.
Okay,
I had to
all
leave
right,
some
all right,
surprises.
All right, we need to catch the people up.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
All right, because we're just gonna just start blabbering.
right.
So what happens is his house gets broken into, and these it's two people, a man and a woman, and they come in. The woman's got a gun, the guy has nothing, and you really think that Odenkirk is this really weak character at that point in time.
Yeah.
He's kind of
You
creeping
can-
down the stairs, and he grabs a golf club. He immediately grabs a phone, tries to call 911. They spot him, put the gun on him, etc. And so you can tell that they're freaking out. They're kind of shaking, whatever. And he's just like, please, whatever, get out of my house.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, his son wakes up and tackles the
From
man
the stairs.
From the
that
stairs.
shit was dope.
Yeah.
It's in his blood.
Yeah.
He jumped down, tackled him from the stairs, and Odenkirk's behind the girl who's pointing the gun now at
He's
the son.
got the drop on her.
And he's got the drop, and he could easily take
Take
her
her
out.
out, yeah.
He could
Oh,
easily
yeah.
see that. But he chooses to not do it, right? And his son, of course, gets mad because the dude gets up and punches his son in the face. He tells his son, let him go, let him get out. And
Yeah.
so he's like, okay, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
come to
And-
find out, he's like, well, I noticed, that he's talking to RZA later on in his job because RZA's on this radio, which is amazing
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, I love it.
But he's like, I saw, it was a Smith & Wesson, had tape wrapped around the handle.
And that's
It
at the
had,
moment
like,
where you know that he's more informed.
he
than,
knows
right,
everything.
right? Because
you know?
when the guy that's I guess it's his
I
brother-in-law
guess-
that
yeah.
works
Yes.
with him, when he walks up and hands him the gun,
puts the gun in his
like,
face.
Puts
like
the gun in
he
his
acts
face,
like
yeah.
and then when
Yeah.
he's holding the gun, he has this fearful kind of look. He
Yeah.
puts the shit in the freezer, which
Freezer.
is a bad idea.
Worst
Yeah.
idea
Well,
ever.
still
It
fucking
comes
bad.
back
No
around.
one goes into that freezer.
But
Comes back
when
around.
dude,
Yeah.
if that's not like a Pavlov's gun moment right
Right.
there,
Dude,
absolutely.
there's a lot of those.
there's a lot of
There's
it.
a lot
yeah.
of those because on the bus scene, they spend a good amount of time
Showing you
establishing-
every little
well,
thing
well,
on the
well,
We're
well.
bus,
getting
right?
there. Y'all getting too
Specifically-
excited.
specifically-
Keep the
It got me
people
hot.
with us.
It got me
Keep
hot.
the
Hey,
people
come with us,
us.
guys.
Come on.
All right. So it comes to turn out, Jesus Christ.
I wanna get to the good shit.
It's hype. We're almost there. All right, it comes to find out that he knows all this shit. He noticed
Yeah.
that their gun was unloaded, and so that's why he actually didn't swing on this woman, etc. But he gets back home and he's like, whatever. I don't care about it. My family can think whatever they want. I'm out. I'm whatever.
Right.
But then it comes to find out that his little girl's kitty cat bracelet was missing.
And dude, as soon as he
he's
finds
like,
out, he's out the
the
door.
second he finds out that it's gone, he goes and tracks them motherfuckers down, boy.
He steals his dad's FBI badge. Fucking,
that's the way it seems. That's the way it seems, man.
This is one of my favorite scenes because as he's tracking him down, he's going to a bunch of tattoo parlors because the lady had a tattoo on her wrist.
Dude.
Yes.
Okay. And
Aztec bird.
dude, he's getting in.
It's Quetzalcoatl.
He's asking these guys, these big burly motherfuckers in this tattoo parlor, and they figure out that he's not, obviously he's using a fake badge or whatever, and so they kind of start bowing up on him. They bow up on him, and then it's
he extends his arm out, and he has the 72.
Yes, and the veteran dude,
he's like, "Thank you for your service," and runs in the back
runs
room
out.
and then locks it,
Dude,
and then slides the fucking thing.
You hear like
7 locks. There's so many different locks.
17 like fucking locks. It just keeps locking.
And then all the rest of the boys are sitting there like,
"Whoa, shit."
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I love that
it's
shit.
real good.
Yeah,
man.
and it's funny because that tattoo is like it's basically indicative of like the shittiest hand you could possibly be dealt in poker. You know,
a 7 and a 2.
a 7
That's
and a
right.
2, and
Because
they keep
if you're
referencing
drawing that hand,
yeah,
that's a shitty hand.
It's a shitty
Yeah.
hand.
That's a shitty
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
Man,
It's like he
I
was
love
talking
it.
about I'm an auditor. I'm the last.
Right,
I'm the last
that's
one
what
to
I'm
see at
saying.
the door.
He's the
Anybody?
auditor,
Yeah.
and I
so-
liked it when he was talking to his son about that too. You know, because his son was supposed to interview a veteran, right? And then he was like, "Oh, Dad, I just want to do this real quick and get it done." And he's like, "Well, you could always talk to Pop. He was actually in.
He actually saw some
Yeah,
action.
he saw some action. He's like, I was just an auditor."
Yeah, I was a pencil pusher.
Right.
You know,
right.
he was pushing pencils right into necks and
Right.
skulls.
That's
right.
And so, all right, so he ends up, goes out. He finds the family,
Yeah.
and I mean, he finds them, and he's right there about to kill him because he really wants nothing else to do but murder people, and it comes to find out they have a sick child, and so he leaves them be. And he goes back home.
he's
He
mad.
gets
He
on the
punches
bus.
these
After he
fuck
pistol
out
whips
of
dude
that.
in the
Goes,
mouth.
Well, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He gave it to him. He gave him the business, but because he came into his home, you don't do that. You don't break that
That's
rule.
yeah.
That's rule number one. Don't come to your house. But then he gets on the bus and he's going back home. And then this is where the movie gets weird.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because
Wow.
seriously,
It seems
up to this
unnecessary
point,
as fuck.
it was very low stakes.
Low
Like I was
stakes,
saying,
and it was really kind of dark and sad, too,
Right.
up until
Yeah.
this
and it
point.
felt like he regretted even going after these people.
yeah,
afterwards.
right. It's
You
like
know?
because they
But-
actually they just need.
Yeah.
know,
That's
just
what
it
he
is.
says on the bus. When
He's got a heart.
God closes one door,
He
he opens
another.
another.
Uh-huh.
And what happens?
Russian
A
fuckbags.
bunch of fucking Russians just crash into a fucking medium.
Dude,
of
right
some
next
kind.
to his
right
bus.
next
the bus
to the
stops.
bus.
Why this happens, I will never know.
Oh my god!
Because in a
dude.
city like Chicago,
Yeah.
it would never happen.
No,
That bus would be
uh-uh.
ghost, boy. You're
Yeah,
on your own.
seriously.
You know, but yeah.
But they stumble out of the wrecked Humvee or whatever,
Yeah.
like the wrecked Jeep or whatever, and they're just like, "Bus!" I mean, these boys are actually
They're
obviously drunk.
trash.
They're obviously
Yeah,
troubled.
They have
and
no
he's
concern for
so
human
happy.
life.
He's just like, "Please let him on the bus."
Uh-huh.
I
He's
like-
just
I like
sitting
it
in
how
the
he's
very back.
smiling.
He's just
I'm
like,
waiting.
oh.
And again, what I was getting at is like they establish a lot of stuff that going back a second time this watch that I actually picked up on. So
Oh, you
like,
watched it twice?
yeah,
Awesome.
I watched
Yeah,
it
that'd
when
be
I
easy to
told you
do.
guys
It
about
would.
it.
It really
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they're
Thanks, Phoenix.
when they're focusing on the
You got
chick
good vibes,
on the
too.
bus, the girl on the bus has the little
That
soda.
should have been off that bus a long time ago. She
Right.
sat there for a long ass time.
Oh yeah,
Right.
because they focus on the straw and everything.
Focus on the
yeah.
straw.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, even though that's
I didn't see that coming.
That straw was used
Yeah.
as a life-saving device. And if he had not used that straw, because what happens is he ends up getting into a fight with all these guys. That fight itself
Is
was
fucking brilliant.
fucking phenomenal.
Dude,
good.
It was
I-
so
I
well shot.
texted him.
He ends up letting the bus driver off the bus.
Oh, dude, and he guides
Yeah.
her like
He guides
slowly,
her.
and the
Takes
whole
her
time she's
phone.
going
He
like,
always
"I gotta
takes people's phones
Right.
away. Don't
Yep.
call the cops.
don't call the
Don't
cops,
videotape.
don't videotape me." That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah. He lets her off the bus.
Let me
closes
audit
it,
this situation.
And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, while these guys are like, "Oh, well, you're trapped in here with us," he's like, "No,
Yeah.
you're trapped in here with me."
That's
Right.
right.
You know?
Dude, 'cause
Right.
He's like, "I'm
that
about
was
to
so
fuck
good.
you up."
At some point, and
That's what he
the
said.
thing.
He's like, "I'm about to fuck you
And that's the
up.
thing,
And they start
too,
laughing at
Yeah.
him.
is he actually gets hurt?
Dude,
Well, because he's
yeah.
rusty.
Dude, he
Exactly.
picks that
he's
gun
rusty,
up.
dude.
Exactly.
He hasn't done this in like 10 years.
And I love that though,
or like 20
because you
years.
use in these kind of movies, it's just like, oh, he's just an immediate badass.
No.
He's gonna wreck
Uh-uh.
motherfuckers. Nah, man,
No, he's
this
got to knock the rust off
That's
first.
right.
He's got to.
Oh, and
right.
they
He's
knock
got to
the rust
stretch
off.
out. You
You
know,
know,
You gotta
he's
get
like the
hit a
Hulk,
couple
like
times,
The
you know?
angrier he gets, the more powerful he
Well,
gets.
well,
dude,
it
they
almost
throw him out
reminds
the
me.
window.
Well, it almost reminds me of.
comes
of
out of the window.
Oh,
And
dude.
then he comes back. He
goes
just
back
comes
in.
right back in, and those guys are like, "Oh, no.
shit.
He got back up." Like, what
Man,
the fuck?
he stabbed that one dude in the thigh,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
he kicked it through his fucking
leg.
thigh.
Yes. Yes.
God,
Yeah,
dude, he had the guy wrapped up in the
he kept trying to
in
hang
the-
people. He was like, God, I'm gonna hang
Well,
somebody.
he had him wrapped
He
up
kept up.
in the pull cord, and then
Uh-huh.
every time that he was slamming his head, it would say "Stop,
Stop
requested."
requested,
I was
yeah.
like,
Stop
off, dude.
Yeah, you texted me
so
that, and
good.
I was just like, "Stop
It's
requesting."
the- that's
I get it.
ding,
that's
ding,
probably my
ding.
favorite thing right there.
Oh god.
Stop
Yeah,
requested.
these fight scenes were really like very well
Very well
choreographed,
choreographed.
and
Uh-huh.
some of the most brutal fight scenes that I've seen.
They're
this
like the
side of
Raid, man.
Absolutely
Worth
worth it. It's too much power. It was too much power, man.
We went over 9,000.
You know, but I mean, for
Bring it
real,
down,
because
bring
that's
it
what I
down.
was thinking too. Like I haven't
They're like
seen
the Raid.
since like those
A
Salat
lot.
fight sequences. Like I haven't seen anything that
Well, where
visceral.
everything has this
And-
impact,
Uh-huh.
everything
Everything.
hurts.
Well,
you
and,
know
Well, and
Yeah.
they know how to lock down the goddamn camera.
that too.
That too.
You know.
That too.
That's my whole point with the Matrix thing. I'm like, I
Matrix,
know
yeah.
y'all know how to shoot fucking fight scenes, and you're
Right.
telling me nobody's blowing you out of the water? Like,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
on.
well, shaky cam is an excuse, man. It's just like, okay, well, we don't know how to make this seem more visceral, so we're just gonna move the camera around.
That's
a
the
bunch.
worst.
Yeah,
It's,
right,
dude.
So that's how you cover up. But it's just funny to think about like Bob Odenkirk doing this style of training,
Yeah.
you know, and then coming
Man.
out.
Well,
I mean, he was terrifying.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, he was terrifying.
I've
And even
never
the
ever
scene where
thought I'd be
the,
scared of Bob Odenkirk.
Right? What
Like-
is that? What is that? How did that even happen? And then that scene where the main villain, what is the name?
What
Russian
is it?
bad man.
Russian bad
man.
guy.
Russian
Yeah,
bad
there you go.
takes the martini glass, breaks it, and drags
Oh,
it down
just
the dude's
drag-
face. You know, It's like, do
And
you
then
know-
slits his throat.
and then slits his throat.
No,
Like, do you know who
and-
he
no,
was?
And then he throws his face onto a table.
And he's
where
like
he
the broken glass, where he broke the glass.
And he's talking to the guy. He's like, "Do you still have concerns? Huh?
Yeah.
You still got concerns?"
Like,
and the
he
guy's
was
like,
he had 3% stake in the op shack. And
Oh,
he's like,
it's a
well,
shame.
It's ours now.
"All ours."
Yeah. And so
What
the
a
whole
shame,
thing is
yeah.
like one of the guys.
Well, why was
on
he
the
mugging
bus,
him? Why was he mugging him? He
One of
should
the-
have known better than to be mugging his
Yeah,
ass. He
yeah,
looked
that
at
was
him
a-
crossways.
Well, probably because he did come up. the way that my boy comes into the club, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just doing that 180, you know, turning the opposite
And,
direction of
dude,
the road, then just walking right in front of traffic.
Yeah,
and
and
then walking
don't
in,
give a
putting on
fuck.
his jacket,
Yep.
getting his drink, getting his bump of blow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And going
Pounding
up
a
on
shot,
stage.
going up on stage, dancing
Dancing a
and
little
singing
bit,
and
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, man.
You know, it's like he was like, "What the fuck was that?"
'Cause he
I was like,
owns this shit.
You're already dead, son.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second I saw him mugging, I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're dead.
Yep.
Yeah, super dead. Super dead."
Don't look at him
So,
crossways.
so it turns out that one of the guys on the bus, by the end of Bob Odenkirk's rampage, fucking rampage,
Straw in his neck.
ends up he's gurgling,
does
choking on his
does
own
he use
blood.
the pipe to
He
crush
used
his
the
throat?
pipe
Is that right?
Yes.
and he crushes
Yeah.
his
Crushes his
throat.
throat.
And
Yeah.
you can see as soon as he realizes what he's done, he's just like, "Oh,
Oh,
man,
man.
I didn't want to kill these guys. I just wanted to
Right.
put him in the hospital."
trying to
So he
fuck him
takes a
up.
knife and he cuts a slit. He makes a
Yeah.
stoma for him, makes a little trach,
Uh-huh.
and then puts the straw in there. He takes a straw off the top of a cup, little
Yeah,
sip cup.
it's
And
the
then-
cup that the girl had.
Girl had, yeah,
exactly.
and then just puts the straw right into that hole, and then blood comes spurting out of it, and the guy's able to breathe.
Yeah.
Turns out he is the brother of a Russian mobster,
Yep.
Russian mobster who never even liked his fucking brother, but you
Yeah,
don't choose
but-
your family.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know.
And it's family.
Yeah, and so that's what leads us to. So Russian mobster is over this thing called the Ob Shack, which is essentially it's like
Money
life.
laundering
No.
of some kind?
It's kind of like
Shack is a little old place where.
no, the Op Shack is like a retirement package, like a 401k for mobsters.
Yeah.
And so
okay.
whenever they get out of the game, it's like you get a chunk of this money that you've amassed. It's all cash, and they just move it around. It's like they said it's like 9 figures worth of money.
They should have got NFTs.
Yeah, dude. And so, but that's what drives the rest of the movie.
Right.
Is this mobster trying to get revenge on this guy who he doesn't know shit about.
Right,
Man.
dude, and I love it when
My
that
dude.
hacker lady, she's like, yeah, you know, I got a guy at the Pentagon that I can contact to try to figure this guy
she
out. 'Cause I don't
blackmails him.
yeah, and she like comes back in, like Russian dude is like on the phone. She just bursts in, throws a handful of papers at her. It's just, you don't need to pay me. And just
It's just,
left
I quit.
and
Yep.
gone.
Yep,
Dude,
that was
That
it.
shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
No, my favorite is when he shows up to the mobster's club.
Oh
Yeah.
And he's sitting
got
there
it.
in
Eating-
middle of the stage
he's
eating a steak,
baby.
and they walk up on him, and all the boys surround him, and the mobster walks right up to him. He's like, "You got a lot of nerve coming in here."
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh
He's
yeah."
like,
and he moves his-
Wait.
You enjoy
What he
this?
said? That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said, you enjoy your food right there? He says,
He goes, "Eh."
I'm here for the show.
Yeah, exactly. And then he moves the napkin out of the way, and
got
what
a
does he have?
fucking
A
claymore.
claymore
A
with
fucking
a,
claymore.
with a string on it, pulling some Joker shit.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on, do anything to me.
right.
We all blow up. And he's like, "Give me a minute with him." Everybody leaves and they have a conversation, and then that's when he explains to him. He's like, "Oh, you know,
I
you're
burnt
getting
the
out."
op shack.
Yeah.
He's like, I burnt everything.
it.
He's like, but
Yeah.
you can rebuild. He's like, rebuild? What do you mean rebuild? He's like, well, you know, I mean, I
burned it. I
everything.
burned
He
it
throws
all.
down a stack of money, and he's got the strip on there. He's like, he gets up. He's like, the op shack.
Yeah.
You know, because he didn't want to deal with the op shack anyway. He had 2 more months, and it wouldn't have been his problem.
2 weeks till retirement.
You know, yeah, man. And so
And
he's
now
like,
if
the
they
op shack.
find him, he's gonna have to pay back
all
of that money.
Absolutely, man.
All of it.
And so he's like, yeah, you can rebuild. He's like, I burned it. He's like, you should have seen it. It was magnificent. I burned all of it. I burned everything you own. You know what I'm saying? All of his. He loved art, so he had like.
Oh,
billions
he
of
took
dollars
the
worth
Van
of art.
Gogh with him?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He
That
took
was so hot.
Yeah.
And then at that one point, he gets the blood all over the Van Gogh. I was like, no,
Yeah.
you got blood on the Van Gogh. Man, yeah.
And then here's one of my favorite parts about this entire movie is like when they come back and try to get revenge on him. You know, the Russian mob boss sends people to his house, which you don't do. Rule number 1. And so he puts his family in the basement. Turns out he's got some tech to lock that, seal that shit up.
Yeah.
And
It's
he
like a panic
proceeds
room.
to right. And he turns the lights off and. Well, I mean, it's like Kevin McAllister. Like, this motherfucker is just like, I'm about to fuck everybody in here up.
That
Like,
scene is
he
so
goes
hot,
into hunting
dude.
mode immediately.
Dude.
And after he takes everybody down, you know, he gets his family, gets them out, tells them to leave.
Well, hold on.
The wife actually listens.
He
This
gets
happens-
abducted. Remember?
Yeah,
Because
gets
he
abducted.
because
Oh,
he
put
takes
him in
most
the
of them
trunk.
down.
Right.
And they
And
put,
then he kicks the fucking
kicks
back
the-
seat down.
and
Yeah,
then
and
fills
then
the
fills
thing
the
up
thing
with a
up with
fucking
the- yes.
fire extinguisher and crashes the
That's
vehicle.
one of the best crashes I've ever seen.
He keeps
I
trying to
love
That
the way
crash,
that
the
does.
crash was cool, but it didn't make sense
No.
because he ends up like T-boning a street sign.
Yeah.
But then in the next cut,
He's
the car's
flipping.
upside down.
Right,
Dude,
right,
and that's
yeah.
like,
Which
that
that
shouldn't
wouldn't
have
happen.
happened.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
It
shouldn't
wouldn't
happen.
happen, but I love that.
But it
cut.
still looked awesome.
It
Yeah.
was
that
badass.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
also,
the one
he
thing,
keeps
they're
trying to
having
talk to
fun.
people,
And you
and
gotta
then they
think,
die
They
on
di-
him.
Here's where now we're almost there. Every time he explains to people who he is or whatever,
They
they
just die
always
on him.
die.
Die.
Yeah, he's always talking while they're in the.
He's
they're
so
kinda dying.
disappointed.
I
Dude.
know,
He's just like, man, I just
All
wanted
right,
to talk about this.
What ends up happening is like he gets his family, gets them into
Yeah.
the car, tells them to leave. The wife actually listens, which never happens in these movies, right? Okay, so we'll get back to that. But he ends up dragging all the 4 of the guys that are in the house onto the couch and starts explaining to them.
You know, bones burned to ash at 1400
Yeah,
centigrade.
and I've got
this
way more than that in the
basement.
basement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so nobody's ever going to find you guys. But
right.
he's sitting there talking to him and explaining more about himself, and they all die.
Yeah.
And then he looks on the ground and finds the kitty cat bracelet.
And he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, son of a bitch!
He's
that
like,
nobody
this
even
sneaky
stole the thing." Oh
Yeah,
man,
it was there the whole time.
I love that.
None
part
of this
it.
had to
was
happen.
good.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
My favorite scene is right after he got done talking to the Russian guy in the club.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
goes out to the car because
He's holding his fingers
dude,
crossed.
He's sitting there
He's
just
just
like,
like,
please, come and
come
get
on,
me.
come on.
And one would
get me,
imagine, a
please.
viewer might imagine that
Yeah.
he's just like, okay, please just let
Let
them,
this go
let
away.
it go
Let
Let it
away.
go away.
Yeah.
No,
Let me
no,
go.
no. He
No,
wants
he's
them
like,
to come.
please. And
Yeah.
the second they come outside, he's just like,
Man.
crank it up. Turns
Yes.
on Pat Benatar.
Hell yeah.
Dude, the come
Let's
on.
go.
That was so good. Dude, and that car chase was so fucking hype.
It
oh
was.
my
Really, yeah.
God, it was so
Man,
good.
dude, when RZA actually gets involved,
Oh,
when they
come
finally
on.
go
We're
to
gonna
the
go
end,
all the way there.
man,
You're going all the way there?
He's so hot,
He
dude.
is so hot.
He does some shit with the rifle where he fucking knocks it up, hits somebody in the face, and then shoots the dude behind him.
No, what he does is he puts the silencer in the guy's mouth,
Yeah.
rotates it, then flips it. He hits the guy with the
With
butt,
the butt,
gun,
and then
somebody
shoots
behind him. Uses the recoil from the rifle to hit the guy that's directly in front of him.
Dude,
like what the fuck?
he
turns
the-
around.
the-
he saw
those-
those other guys coming.
Those
lined
three
up,
boys
those
line
dudes,
up and hit all
one
three
fully
of them.
fling.
Oh my god!
Oh, it was so good.
Too hot.
It was too hot. And then, I mean, okay, here's the
Christopher
thing.
Lloyd.
Yes, here we go.
And he's
Dude,
smiling the whole
dude,
time.
hold
He's
on, wait,
busting
wait,
people with that
Dude,
shotty.
He's like, dude,
when
you brought a lot of
Odenkirk
shotguns.
comes-
He's
yeah,
like, you brought a
brought
lot of
a lot of
Russians.
Dude, and Christopher Lloyd looks like he's having so much fun.
When he's in
right?
his healthcare facility, you know,
Oh,
and
those two guys
and
come out?
the two guys come to kill him,
Yeah.
and then the guy that's on
Orderly
guard
or
duty, the
whatever,
orderly, he's down the
He's always watching
hallway,
Gunsmoke.
right? And he hears all these gunshots go off, and he gets up real quick and runs the fuck in there, and all he sees is the back of Christopher Lloyd's head from his
And he
from
always
his chair.
watches Westerns
He's like, "Can
anyway."
you turn that shit down?"
Yeah.
And he picks up the remote to where he can see it and turns it down, and with his other hand, he's choking
He's
out
choking
this
the
guy.
dude out.
He's
got his
just
hand over his
holding
mouth and
that
he knows.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he
He got his
is.
hands over his mouth, just gripping, and then he goes to sleep and gives him a
Because
pat on the
that-
cheek.
Gives him a pat.
Because
Give him a
that's the
pat.
thing, man. Christopher Lloyd's got that old man strength.
Right,
Those
yeah.
motherfuckers
Uh-huh.
hold
Well, I mean,
you
that's
down.
the whole thing about the movie. Like, they even show you an image earlier of Christopher Lloyd, holding on to two boys.
Yeah.
Because he raised RZA like a son. So those two guys were considered brothers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why he was like, you think I'm going to come out of hiding to save your white ass.
Yeah,
You're fucking
and
wrong.
he flips that shit off quick
Yeah,
as fuck.
dude.
He's like, I'm not hearing your
you-
bullshit.
yeah, I'll
Fuck
see you in a few minutes. Let's
Yeah,
get to work.
right.
But
Yeah,
it
man.
is the funniest thing about it is like it just shows like that whole family, all the men, they're just combat sexual. They want the smoke. They want all the smoke, and if that's not what they're doing, they're bored to tears.
Man.
And life is not worth living. It's just like, God, this fucking sucks. Because the whole deal was like, all right, so he ended up letting one guy survive, this piece of shit, whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah.
But the guy like really, regretted all of his decisions, so he let this guy go, but then he
Oh,
wanted to
that
check up
story's
on him.
good.
He wanted to
Yeah.
check
Later.
up on him a year
And he
later.
expected him to be fucking up again.
And,
Uh-huh.
dude,
Yeah.
and he was so mad. He was
He
like,
was
"Motherfucker."
because the guy actually was sitting down with a family and a wife, and he was smiling and laughing and
Yeah.
put together, and he's just like, this fucker
Why
has
can't
his
I have that?
family.
That's right.
That's what I want.
I can't kill him now.
Exactly, dude. Because that motherfucker would have been like, "Oh man, I made it. I got out. I'm over here. I'm gonna keep on doing my shit."
Yeah.
And then one day,
Yeah,
Bob
yeah.
Odenkirk would have shown up, and it'd be like, "Oh damn,
The auditor.
the auditor knocking
Yeah.
at your
We're
door,
ready to go night-night.
knocking at your door." And so so he retired. But all of them, dude, like that's the thing about like when he stole his dad's gun and the money
And the badge, the FBI
I'm like,
badge.
nah, man. It's like he didn't steal it.
He
Like
didn't steal it?
daddy knows what
Dad
time
kn-
it is because
yeah.
daddy was
That's
just
right.
like he was like,
That's
there's something
right.
I have to do. He was
Right.
like, well, you might as well go do
You
it.
go
then.
do
Yep.
it then. Yeah.
You go do it,
Absolutely.
And so
dude.
that's just how them boys were raised, dude. Like, and that's why, like, I'm like, okay, what would happen? Okay, I guess before we get to sequel, spoiler cast, they win.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
win. We don't lose it. Now the black man gets
I
shot.
love.
Yeah.
I
RZA
love
got
the
shot.
way.
Yeah, RZA got shot,
I love
but
the way
he's
that
fine.
He's fine. Shoulder shot.
one
Yeah.
of the better villain deaths in a long time.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yes.
Claymore on the shield,
Oh.
dude. When all the chips were down, because I mean, okay, that's
That
worth
was
noticing
crazy.
as well.
Yeah,
How he
exactly.
bought his old job.
Uh-huh.
All right, it was like a steel manufacturing plant or whatever.
Yeah,
And he
some
bought-
kind of machine
his
shop.
punches-
bricks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He punches his like brother-in-law because brother-in-law is being an ass.
Oh, and he's
about-
like, sit down,
Yeah,
sit down,
Well,
yeah,
because
breathe,
his
breathe.
brother-in-law's dad was like, "Oh, we're taking this deal."
Yeah, 'cause he
brother-in-law
just
was
drops
threw
gold.
drops gold
Gold.
bullions all
Yeah.
over the place, and he's just like, "What the fuck is this? Yeah, we're taking this
And
deal."
then-
And the
yeah.
other guy, the brother's like, "No,
Brother-
I get a say in this." And he's like, "No, the
you
fuck
don't."
you don't." And then
No,
he
you
comes around to Bob Odenkirk, starts talking that shit,
Yeah.
lunges at him, dude. That one
Boom.
shot,
That's
it
it.
was straight to the
Sit
solar
down,
plexus.
breathe,
Right.
breathe deep, breathe
Right.
deep. And he's just like, "What am I supposed to do? I don't give a shit."
It's
Oh,
so
What?
good. But he does. He ends up buying his old job, and this is where the true Kevin McAllister
Yeah,
comes
that's
out.
where it comes out,
He
yeah.
just sets up Home Alone traps everywhere. He sets up
Super
rail
elite.
guns.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like Jesus, man. And then
He
no
was
time flat.
taking all that wrod iron and cutting it off at angles and then
Uh-huh.
putting them in the tubes
got
so that they
jars
fucking launch
full of
spears at
screws,
people.
yes.
He makes
nails.
nail bombs.
Make
He
nail
makes
bombs.
nail
Absolutely.
bombs.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
dude! But yeah, when he takes that big piece of bulletproof glass,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
then he puts the fucking
Claymore
claymore
in
on the
front of
outside
it.
and just charges the Russian guy as he's blasting at him.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
and then
god!
He
pulls
the
that
pin, and
pin.
it's just like boom,
And it knocks him back all the way.
Uh-huh.
And then it just eats, dude. Oh,
I was
man.
wondering. I was like, man, that dude better not be alive to monologue
By
or
the
say
end,
shit.
yeah.
Like, it better not.
He's just fucked.
Yeah,
gone.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know, man. It's just so different for action movies, for modern action movies, to just go in, guns blazing, and let
And
the
just
hero
have
ride
fun.
off
I mean,
into the
dude,
sunset.
this felt
Yeah.
like
Fuck it.
Death Wish. This
Right.
felt like that old school, enacting vengeance. That's all this shit's about.
Right, like
you
we
know?
didn't have any like crazy victims. Like nobody
No.
kidnapped the little girl. I thought she was gonna get kidnapped.
No, she was
Nobody
cool the whole
kidnapped
time.
The family. They didn't like lean too heavily.
I love it
into
when when he's
his
sneaking
wife.
the family out and he's got his hand over her eyes and she's
Yeah.
just smiling.
Yeah. Well, and then
While they're walking past
Yeah,
corpses.
his
is
body.
wait, no. When they're going into the safe room and the wife's
Is
like,
this a
"Yeah,
game?
what's
I
happening?"
like games.
I
Yeah.
like games.
Yeah. Like she's such a
Adorable.
terrible actress and so cute at the same time.
Right.
But
But
it's like-
she's a kid.
But they don't
That's
exactly
the thing.
right.
She feels like
a kid.
like a
yeah.
kid.
Yeah, she totally does. But they really could have bogged this story down by getting too caught up in the distance between him and his wife. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Like because it came to be, it's like
But
they
they
had
made
a
that
little,
subtle.
They really
Yeah.
really
They
did,
made it, yeah.
and it's like there was a pillow that they put between them when they
Oh,
slept.
that was
and
that
he
was
was like,
painful.
we haven't
Yeah.
really had sex in a long time. All these kind of things.
Man, he
but
said we haven't had sex in months. We haven't made
Made
love in years.
I was like,
Exactly.
wow.
And it's funny because if you look at it from one perspective at that first point when you see that, it sounds like she's kind of getting colder and colder and colder towards him
Yeah.
because he's kind of weak. But what it turns out to be is that he doesn't feel any of that drive because he feels dead because he's not doing the thing that he wants. Because once he goes out there and starts whipping some ass, he came back
he's
home.
so
he's like,
happy.
you think we can maybe,
Yeah.
And
And she
she
moves
moved
that
the
pillow. She
Yeah.
moves that pillow.
She reaches over to him like
Yeah, man.
it was that he shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wasn't all about this failed marriage of
No,
like
it
she
was
doesn't
him
know who
regaining
he-
his confidence as a person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like when she was super gluing his wounds shut.
Right.
He was like, doesn't this feel like old times? You
Yeah.
know? So she knows who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Or
knows.
at least knows enough.
Enough, right?
It,
And so-
it
'cause
makes
she was
you
like- he was
makes
like
you want
blind
to
for the
know
last time.
what
Right.
was up with them earlier in their life.
I mean, there could
you
be
know what I mean?
that's
That'd be the
this
cool
is
sequel if
everything
it's
for me.
actually a prequel.
Do we go a prequel
I-
situation,
yeah.
or do we go
Yeah.
way into the future and is the son gonna be our next badass?
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
that'd
saying?
be cool.
Because this
Yeah.
is in the blood, sir.
Yeah.
This is what this family does.
Mhm.
Daddy was so proud.
Yeah,
He
man.
was, dude, Christopher Lloyd, he was so happy, man.
Dude.
He's like, dude, I miss this shit. He even said he was like,
This is the most fun that I've seen Christopher Lloyd have doing anything
Yeah.
for a while.
Oh, he was working that shot.
He was-
Yeah.
oh,
Those
yeah, yeah.
shotties.
He had a lot of fun coming back for that one Back to the Future moment that they
Oh,
had
yeah,
like
yeah,
a couple
yeah,
years
but-
ago.
yeah.
But other than that, no.
That
Yeah.
wasn't like this.
No,
This man
uh-uh.
was moving.
Dude,
Yeah, man.
and he was smiling the whole
Uh-huh.
time.
Absolutely.
God.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, come on, anything with RZA in it. It's
Facts.
just yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
And like I didn't know RZA was in the movie, but when I heard him on the radio, I kept going like,
You didn't
Yeah.
see his name in the opening credits?
no,
Is
I
that
guess
it?
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard the radio and I was going like, I fucking know that
Oh,
voice.
wow.
Yeah.
It's like when I
Bong
heard,
bong, that's RZA. Fuck yeah, it is.
Well, and-
Oh my god.
Well,
Bobby
and-
Dizzy.
and
Bobby.
too, one thing that I really do want to point out is though, yes, all the action scenes are fun, all the characters are just. This is just a fun movie,
It's so
but
fun,
it's
yeah.
so well written because,
is.
like we were saying,
Well, it was
all of
written
those
by the John
Pavlov
Wick
guns.
writer.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
that makes
Same writer.
sense.
All those
okay.
Pavlov
Directed by the
guns,
same guy.
Yeah.
They sprinkle them
Wow.
all throughout, dude. Because another one that happens,
Yeah.
and this one it doesn't get resolved until like the end.
Mhm.
You know, when he's hanging out with his daughter, and she's just like, we need
need
a
a
cat.
cat.
You know, and what does he get at the end of the movie?
Yeah, you got a cat.
You got
Well,
a
they
cat.
show you the cat at the very beginning. You
Right.
never realize
Who
quite
are
where
you?
he
Well,
got it from.
nobody.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
dude.
when that lady's sitting there poking
Uh-huh,
at
and
the walls.
yeah,
it's
you
like,
hear the
is it a
meow.
is it a rat or a possum? No, it was just
well,
a kitten.
yeah, but you heard the meow.
Yeah.
They just play that audio sample once.
Yes,
Right.
And then after that, you
But
get
that's
nothing
the
else.
thing.
And it's like, did I
Right.
hear? And she's just slamming up at. I'm like,
It's-
I don't know why you do that.
It's
anyway.
Really,
it's
yeah.
a
Chase
dumb,
whatever it is.
fun action movie, but it's so
It's
smartly
so smart
written.
at the same time.
It's
Yeah.
so smartly written, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love the
They-
fact that he's not just like the Baba Yaga. Like he's
True.
not just like I'm always in badass mode.
Yeah.
No.
You know, it's like at first it's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be falling down.
It takes
You know, here comes
yeah.
falling down again. You know,
And it's not.
It's
it's
You
not.
know?
not.
No.
like
it's
really,
not.
the beginning of it has that falling down American Beauty, depressed working class dude vibe,
Absolutely.
right?
It
But-
is not that. So,
No.
but he's not a cold-hearted killer.
Mhm.
He's
No.
just a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah, man.
You know? Yeah. He has a heart of gold.
You know, I think this is a good recommend for anybody's dad. Like, this is one
Oh,
of those
yeah.
movies
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like,
Dad will love
your
it.
dad want to watch
Dad
a movie?
movie,
Tell,
That is
tell him watch
totally a
Nobody.
dad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good one for Father's Day.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
you know, especially from a son, like even from a daughter, because I mean, she, like her role was a complete antithesis to the entire film.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
She's
she
just
was
she's just sweetness.
so bright
Uh-huh.
and just love, man. And it's
Yep.
like, wow, this is what this thing represents. And you know, all you gotta do is like touch a hair on, not even touch a hair on her head. You know, if she loses a bracelet, if anything
you
that
think-
makes her feel
yeah.
sad, you got problems.
He was
That's
out the
right.
door before anybody could even say anything else.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Where's my kitty cat bracelet?
He's like,
Oh.
God damn it.
Dude.
Yeah, where was
You
it?
saw
Oh,
the
it's in
change,
the
boy.
Yeah, dude.
You know, like, no,
Yeah.
man. I like at the end of this movie, I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was cheering your name, brother.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
man.
Like,
this
I'm
was
glad-
this was
I'm
a
glad
pick.
you like-
dude,
This
I'm
was
like,
a
that
fucking
was,
pick,
that was
dude.
amazing. That was so great. I'm so happy.
That and it's only an hour and a half long.
only an hour and a half
Somehow they
long?
made
Yeah.
such a wonderful arc
You're
with
right.
without having to extend it to 2 hours, without having to put filler
and they
in
developed
it.
the
It
characters just enough.
just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough. They leave a lot, you know, up to your own interpretation
Right.
of things.
Well, they treat you like you're smart enough to understand the context.
Absolutely.
You
They
know?
respect your intelligence.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We're not gonna
Absolutely.
explain to you the details of their relationship.
No.
You know where they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like they don't go into details about his tattoo.
No,
You just
it was
know-
enough.
Uh-huh.
That's
To
yeah.
see,
That's
to
some
see
shit.
old,
yeah.
old boy.
Oh,
lock
thank you
for your service.
Thank you for your- Love
You
it.
know, because he's like,
Yeah, that is what he did. He went.
everybody else is trying to like big dog. He's like,
Right.
He might as well have had a MS-13 tattoo.
right?
Like,
Absolutely.
seriously.
Yeah. And I love,
Hell,
like,
this is
he
probably
just-
worse.
He didn't even like try to help them. He
No,
didn't even try to.
no,
He's just like,
because he locked those fucking doors. You see him like for a little bit in that window.
he said,
and
"Fuck
just,
all y'all."
Fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Not getting involved.
I'll get another goddamn job.
That's
Okay,
right,
I don't
right?
care.
oh,
Yeah,
love
man.
it.
Yeah, but it is funny to think that all of it was like, you know, kind of pointless because
Oh, it just happenstance.
it was
The
just
entire thing is
happenstance.
It just
Right.
happened. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. None of it had to be.
no.
You know, the break-in could have just
Right.
been the thing, and then they leave, and then
Yeah,
it's just
and
it.
That would've been it,
been
you
it.
know,
But that's not how
that
this
fucking
story
bracelet.
went.
It's all that bracelet, man.
It's that
If
That
he
was
had
at
just
the
gone
house.
down into the basement and looked on the floor, though,
Yeah, it
we'd
wasn't
been
in the
like, "Oh,
basement. It was in the living room.
Oh, that was their living room. I guess
Yeah.
I took that as the basement.
I thought that
like
was
a
his
den.
basement.
Yeah, I
Well, I
thought
thought
that's
it was-
like
I thought it was
his little
upstairs.
area.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's
maybe it was the
That's
basement.
the
Yeah.
same
That would
area
make
where
more
the
sense because he
where
said
the,
the basement
where the
burns
records
hotter.
were.
Right.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes. Oh, can we talk about the record
Boy,
player
as a
ignition?
fuse.
Oh,
so good.
man.
Come on,
Oh
Wonderful.
Like-
man, I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw in a little.
they
Sinatra.
fucking killed it, man.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. The second the needle hit the record,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah,
the
it just
spark
sparks.
started, I was like, what?
Oof.
Like that's so
Man.
sick.
Now
You
this
know?
is an absolute winner.
This is a hard
Yes.
recommend, guys.
yeah,
hard
hard
recommend.
recommend.
Hard
yeah.
recommend. What does Tandy have to say?
All right, Tandy.
give a
Tandy's an old man. He likes
I don't
shit like
give a
this.
That's
fuck.
right.
Come on,
He likes
Tandy.
Christopher Lloyd.
Why you
so
gotta
that-
why you
that
gotta
should
yell
work.
at Tandy, man?
No,
Don't listen to Trey. You're
Tandy,
okay,
man.
Tandy.
Don't say it 3 more
Don't say
times,
it, yeah.
man.
Tandy. So
It's Tandy Man.
Tandy man.
Tandy.
What did I see? What did I see Candyman in
That's that
recently?
Kiari Palm you in there. Okay, Tandy.
Was it a trailer or something? I recently saw him.
You saw Tandy Man?
No, the Candyman, original Candyman actor, and something recently. Huh.
Oh, I mean he was
Anyway.
in Candy Man.
Yeah, sure.
No, like yesterday.
No.
There was something I saw yesterday. It may have just been a trailer for something random. Who knows? But whatever. I thought I saw him in something new.
Yeah, no, he's supposed to be somebody. Tony Todd, right?
Well,
Yeah, Tony
everybody's
Todd.
somebody.
Tony-
except for
for
Bob.
Bob
Except for
Odenkirk.
nobody. So back to that.
Run it.
Tandy.
It's Tandy time.
Should the fine people at home watch some Nobody? definitely.
Wow,
Fuck
Tandy.
yeah.
There you go,
Tandy.
Tandy. See,
Tandy.
Past few weeks,
Uh-huh.
man, he's been solid.
It's
He's
the
been
50
solid.
followers, bro.
Yeah,
right.
that's what it is.
Yeah, thank you all for
Thank
getting
you
us there.
guys
Thank
so
you
much.
For, oh,
We're
This
there.
is
man,
very
it means
exciting.
So
This
much.
has
We
been a
have
fun episode
crossed
to do.
the precipice.
And
Yes.
I'm, thank you guys so much for following and being in the chat
And being a part of the family.
being a
man.
part of
being
the
here
family.
with us.
Come
you
back,
know,
hang
yeah.
out.
Check
Ask us
out.
stupid questions.
Yeah, exactly. Check us out on Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Google Play, Podcasts, iTunes, all the places you like to listen to podcasts. We will be back later tonight or early tomorrow morning.
We're definitely playing some Melty
We're
because
gonna
we
melt.
can't not play Melty.
We're probably
but let's play a
we're
little
probably
bit of
gonna
Guilty
play,
Gear, guys.
Play
Let's
some
play a
Guilty
little bit of
Gear. I'm
All
sure
right,
you guys are
well,
gonna want to jump in on some scenes.
That's
at
gonna
some
happen.
point.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay, this time
We're gonna have
it's
to
not
do a
gonna be
short
till
one
7
tonight.
o'clock in the morning.
No.
You know,
We got-
it's not gonna be one of our 6-hour casts.
But you should also jump into us streaming Zenith. And
Oh, I was
you
going
need
to.
to check
Yeah.
it out.
I was going to.
Yeah.
Anyways, and you guys should jump in.
That's right, because he'll be
Absolutely.
streaming us playing
Yes.
Zenith
Absolutely.
later on the Grayscale, Power of Grayscale.
Yep,
Got it.
That's right.
absolutely.
Yeah, boy.
Again, thank you guys so much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
And,
everything.
you know,
Oh, we are so blessed.
We don't know what we're doing next week. I think it's my pick, so
It's your turn.
I might fuck you guys up.
great.
Great. All right.
And
On
we'll
that
see
note,
y'all
We'll
later.
see
Yeah,
y'all
next week.
Love you
later.
guys.
Love you.
Goodbye.